I be jamming to that music. I like
I
that.
know.
Welcome to the Kratom Gals. Sorry we're late. We're here now. Get ready to laugh, learn, and maybe even get a little heated because we are going to react to trending topics. We're going to debunk myths and share our collective experience as responsible whole leaf Kratom consumers. Please note this live stream is presented solely for educational purposes. It is not intended as a substitute for the advice of a physician or other medical professional. Our community comes together to share our knowledge, stories, and experiences. And real quick, if you'd like to support our efforts, please go over to kratomstoriespodcast.com/donate. You can check out our Buy Me a Coffee page. We always appreciate the support. And let's take a moment to introduce ourselves, especially for those that are new to this live stream. You may not know who we are. Hello, we're the Kratom Gals. Welcome. I'm Madeline Sklar. I host the Kratom Stories Podcast, the Kratom Real Talk community, and I gathered the gals here to come do the Kratom Gals with me. It's always so much fun. We come together, we watch videos, we talk about it. And those that are here live, you can interact with us in real time with your comments. It's always so much fun. So thank you all so much for being here. I know our gals are busy tweeting and Facebooking and TikToking and getting all this stuff out there so people know we're live. And we'd also appreciate if you all would take a moment to share this live stream, let people know that we're broadcasting all over. Come join us, come hang out. So hello, gals. How are y'all today?
Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good.
It's Saturday. Feels like we just did this.
I know.
It does.
Saturday came back so fast. Well, let's go around the room here, have everybody introduce themselves. We'll start with you. Sorry to interrupt you, Misty. I know you're busy posting. Tell everybody about yourself.
My name is Misty Brown, and I'm an over 5-year Kratom consumer / advocate / activist. It's been saving my life from chronic pain, anxiety, and depression. I was an active addict for 11 years.
Wow.
Recovered addict now because of Kratom.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
My name is Jennifer Gillis, also known as Winifred Jenkins. This is Samantha. She's joining us as an honorary Kratom Gal today. She's wearing our merch here from
Hi,
Misty
Samantha.
Merch.
Hey, Samantha.
Looking good, looking cool. I am a 5.5-year Kratom consumer. I consume Kratom for chronic pain. It's just changed my life for the better. Like, I am amazed every day at how I can function and live without, chronic pain getting in the way. But I'm glad that Madeline put this together and birthed the Kratom Gals so we could come together every week, with everybody and just show how much misinformation is out there and stomp it out. Stomp it out.
Stomp it out. Yeah.
And I'm Venus, or Kratom Butterfly, and I'm from Newcastle, Delaware, and I'm 57, and I found Kratom almost 8 years ago. I can't believe it's been that long. I was sick for 17 years, and the doctors didn't believe that anything was wrong with me. And then when I found Kratom, I was able to go to the doctors, find out they were adhesions and interstitial cystitis and fibro and other things, and deal with those issues and not think that it's in my head every time I feel pain. So, and I also just love coming here and appreciate that Madeline put this all together, because I feel like I'm just floating around, and then I know when I'm here, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm grounded, I'm landed, and with my people. So thank you for everybody's watching too.
Love that. Well, that's what makes us so great. We're all here with our people, other Kratom consumers, plus people that are watching that want to learn more about this amazing plant. And then you learn from us how much it's changed our lives. Great to see Drea here. Twinkle. Happy birthday, Twinkle.
Hey, Drea. Oh, hey, happy birthday.
Yeah,
Happy birthday, Twinkle.
She's on her way to a kava bar to celebrate 56. Let us know how that goes.
Take some videos.
Yeah, we want to see. And Dr. Heidi's here. She says she loves that shirt model behind you.
Thank you, Heidi.
I love it.
Samantha appreciates that.
Thank you to Samantha. And by the way, we're sporting our Kratom Gal shirts. Look, you can get one too. And let me show you how easy it is. You can go to missteesmerch.com. You can also just go to kratomstoriespodcast.com/t-shirts with an S on the end. And let me show you how cool You can go and order your own. There's all different designs. We're wearing the ones you see here, but they can also customize for you. And you can also do these. You can do tank tops. Look how cool these are. And I love the Kratom Pals t-shirts. I was sporting mine last week, and there's all different colors. The one I have is the blue one, and I absolutely love that. It's just such a cool shirt. So go check that out. Misty's merch supports Misty and her cousin Carrie. You can support and proudly wear Kratom on you with your own Kratom swag.
Hell yeah.
So check that out.
There's no other, I mean, that's just an easy, way to stomp out the stigma.
Absolutely.
Be loud and proud. Who gives a fuck what other people think?
Right.
Shit.
Exactly.
Like I said before, my merch has introduced conversations out in the public.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, we got a lot to watch today, so we're going to kick things off. I always start off each week playing a little snippet from the latest episode of the Kratom Stories podcast. If you don't know, our brand new episode features the one and only Mac Haddow from the American Kratom Association.
Yeah.
So if you have not listened to it yet, you're in for a treat. We spent almost an hour chatting, and if you don't know, he is a Kratom consumer. He's not just doing all the advocacy stuff on behalf of all of us consumers. He is also a Kratom consumer himself for 8 years. I had no idea that he's been consuming Kratom.
I didn't either. It was just so it was a cool interview because you asked some questions that I've never heard anybody ask him before. And of course, Mac, like I could listen to him talk and tell stories literally like all day because they're always so interesting.
He's an interesting guy. He's a great speaker, and he shares the story of how he got into politics, and it's a wild story.
Yeah.
It's a great interview, and so you can check that out at KratomStoriesPodcast.com. You can listen in any of the podcast players. I use what's the one I use? I don't use the Apple one because it used to be really good and then it sucked. I use one that's called Overcast. There's Apple, there's Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora. We're everywhere. Wherever there's podcasts, we're on them. Plus, you can just listen in YouTube as well if you prefer YouTube. So what I'm going to do is something a little different. I actually want to play the actual video of part of the interview, and it is 4 minutes long, but trust me, he basically in 4 minutes talks about how he learned about Kratom, how he started it, and a certain senator that also used Kratom years ago. And he just tells this amazing story. So I want to play the whole thing. But first, for anybody that's not familiar with the podcast, I just want to play a little bit of the intro because it has the cover art, and at least you'll know what the podcast looks like. So I'm just going to play just a little bit of the intro because I'm sure there's some people watching, or whether you're here live or watching the replay, that is not familiar with the podcast. Wow, that would be crazy, but okay. If you haven't, this will give you an idea, and then I'll go right into the video so you can...
Y'all wave. Okay.
Are you making a TikTok?
Yes, I am.
I just love how y'all are multitasking while we do this. It's so great. All right, so let me bring it up. I mean, this is what the podcast, it's just an audio podcast, but I'm going to actually play some video. That's not, and the video part I'm going to play in a minute is not available anywhere. It's just, I have it private, but because this is normally an audio podcast. But let me play a little bit of the intro so at least you're familiar with what this podcast is. Welcome to Kratom Stories, a weekly podcast where we share stories of how this amazing plant has changed our lives. I'm your host, Madeline Sklar. Each week, I'll bring you a new episode featuring interviews with experts, advocates, and everyday people who've experienced the benefits of Kratom firsthand. Join me as we dive deeper into the world of this botanical wonder and discover the amazing stories behind this incredible plant. So that's just a little snippet of how the podcast starts. And if you have not listened to it, I'm pretty impressed with myself. I think I started a really good podcast. I created the whole thing, came up with the music, did it all. I really like how it's come out. We're coming up on our 1 year anniversary of the podcast. I'm just like, wow, coming up on 1 year of the Kratom Gals and 1 year of the podcast. I'm just so wowed by that. So let me cue up this interview. You guys are going to love this because it is just a really interesting look into how Mac got involved with Kratom. So listen to this.
In my business, my brother and a couple of other guys were partners. One of the partners had come to me about a year before and said, I've got this guy that has hired us, and I wasn't working on this account directly at the time, that has a product called Kratom. And he really needs to, he's working with the FDA, he's trying to get approval to get through the new dietary ingredient notification process, and wants to talk to Orrin Hatch. So could you introduce him to Orrin Hatch? Which I did. And we went to lunch before the meeting, and this vendor handed me, it was a little shot of Kratom, and he said, try it. And so I took it and sucked it down. And I took a double dose and didn't know it. I mean, I should have only taken half of it. But about 20 minutes later, it hit me. And, I felt this calm feeling, and I felt, at the same time, a little bit of energy. I thought it was an interesting experience. I'm not prone to, just taking substances like that. I don't even like taking pills, but this was an interesting thing. So when we met with Hatch, Hatch was eager to try it. And he himself had suffered from age-related kinds of injuries or arthritis. And then he had been injured in a plane crash in St. George, Utah. A small plane landed in a very difficult airport, cracked the plane in two, and Hatch had serious back problems from it. And from the moment that he took Kratom in his office the first time, he became a big advocate for it and a consumer of it. And a year later,
I just want to make sure y'all understand, he's talking about Senator Orrin Hatch from Utah. He was like a big deal back in the day. So who knew that this senator was a Kratom consumer? Like that's what was so great about this episode, is hearing these stories. I just wanted to stop for a minute, make sure y'all are understanding. If you're not familiar, like that, I remember Orrin Hatch. He was a big deal senator.
I remember my dad talking about him.
Oh, he was like one of those ones that you always heard about.
When we were in the midst of this battle, I sat in his office when he picked up the phone and called the DEA administrator and said, you will not schedule Kratom. I will fight you to the death on it. He said, I use it. It helps me considerably. I can imagine it's helping millions of other people. And you're not going to do this. And that, of course, was one of the elements in the decision that the DEA administrator made in pulling the recommendation for scheduling. So now I have a similar history of injuries. When I was young and really, really, really dumb, I was a motorcycle racer in college. And so I got banged up all the time on desert bike racing. And so I have a very bad hip. And so I have this chronic pain. I have a lot of arthritis in that hip. So I was always taking Tylenol whenever, particularly when I played golf or something, when I really had to stretch those muscles and joints. And so after with Hatch's endorsement, I started using Kratom from that day forward. And I usually consume, at the time I was doing it probably 5 days a week. As I've gotten a little older, a lot older, I'm taking it every day, and I take between 4 and 6 grams a day. It's not a lot, but it helps me cut the pain, and I can function fully on it. And I've been doing that now for 8 years. And so it has given me a perspective about how it really can help people. When I hear the personal testimonies of people, I can relate to them because I've experienced it myself. And I don't experience any of the so-called addiction or the cravings for it. I don't have any of those kinds of feelings. I have had on occasion to not use it for a couple of days, or in one case for a week and a half, when I went overseas, and I just didn't want to be traveling with it because I was stopping in a country, Singapore, that it's not well liked on any drug. And so, but I've not experienced any withdrawal symptoms, and none of the classic kinds of experiences some people relate to with drugs where they get withdrawals. I don't think I'm addicted to Kratom in any way. I think my major addiction is really the caffeine in a Diet Coke, which is my primary addictive substance. And Kratom is not the same experience at all. So that's my personal experience in using Kratom, and how I got introduced to it, and how it really is helping me on a daily basis as I confront these old age symptoms and this prior injury from my stupid youth.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
That was just mind-blowing to me.
I've read before that our haters say, well, Mac Haddow doesn't even take the drug he promotes, or
right.
that bullshit.
Yeah, I see that all the time.
Wow. Well, he didn't really talk about it much before. I mean, I don't think
Not
I
at
heard him
all.
mention him as a consumer until maybe earlier this year for the first time.
Yeah, the only time I remember hearing about it was it had to been like at a legislation hearing or something like that before. I don't remember when though. But
Yeah, I think it's
And I
probably
don't
one of
ever
those
remember
things
hearing it.
Like
that
just a
he probably
couple of
just doesn't
times
advertise,
casually,
you know?
yeah. Which I think is fine. I mean,
Yeah,
I think it's actually better that he not make such a big deal. I'm a
me
Kratom
too.
consumer. I think it's actually more professional. Also, real quick,
Yeah.
shout out to all the people. We have so many people here live with us. We got Freely, Ryan, Sam, Kathy, Brandon,
Oh, Kathy,
and
she's the
Mike.
one that was sporting the Kratom Gals shirt on her
Oh,
video.
Kathy.
Yeah,
Oh, thank
that.
you.
she is so like I love Kathy. I love watching her videos. You are
Well,
just
she said
so
this is her
cool.
only Saturday off all year that she's had, so she's so glad she enjoyed. That was a cool photo. Yeah, thank you for sharing that with us, Jennifer, because that was like, wow, we
It was
love
She
a
it.
can literally
video.
play anything on the drums,
Yeah.
man.
She was playing the drums, wearing the shirt,
Yeah.
rocking the shirt, girl.
That is just badass. Badass.
Freely, what's up, Freely?
Freely.
Who
What's
you
up?
are?
Good to see
Hey.
everybody here. We just love this community. Y'all are so awesome. And I don't know if y'all saw Mike Fasano's here, and he's in Illinois, and they're having a lot of issues there. We're going to be watching a little later that City of Rolling Meadows in Illinois. Was that a city council meeting? Is that right? Yeah, we're going to be watching that later in its entirety. I haven't seen it yet. But I got a lot of little things for us to watch before we get to that. I came across, there's so many of these AI generated videos, but this was actually, I know, and I don't like them, but this was like a song, like how you put some together, Jennifer, before, which are fun. Now, it is from, it looks like a vendor or a company or whatever, but the song is pretty darn cool for AI. And so I'm gonna, but the thing is, it's like over 3 minutes. I think I'll just play part of it. But I
Yeah.
turned on the captions because how sometimes it's hard to understand the lyrics. It's actually, they put a whole bunch of them, but this one's actually quite good. I like it and it's catchy. I'm gonna play a little bit of it because it's just fun.
Woke up today feeling light. Grab my blend, ready for flight. Green mango, it's my start. Red barley to calm my heart. From dawn to dusk, I'm feeling free. With every leaf from the kratom tree, I take my dose, I feel alive. Yeah, I'm living the kratom life. Oh, I'm living the kratom life. So wild, every day I'm feeling revived. Capsules packed with nature's glow. Herbal realm, you already know. White flame when I need the drive. It's the power that makes me thrive. Mix it up, I found my way. Living the kratom life every day. From dawn to dusk, I'm feeling free. With every leaf from the kratom tree,
I can see Kathy
I
doing
take
the
my
drums.
dose.
Yeah.
I feel alive.
Yeah. Yep.
This one's pretty good.
I'm living the kratom life. Oh, I'm living the kratom life. So wild, every day I'm feeling revived. Capsules packed with nature's glow. Herbal realm, you already know. You already know.
Y'all like this one? I can play the whole thing. I mean, it's pretty good.
It's almost over.
It's the only one that was actually good. I'll keep playing it. We'll
Yeah.
listen to the whole thing.
When the day is long, I feel the strain. I know that kratom eases the pain. So I take my blend and I around, you already know. Yeah, I'm living the Kratom life. Ooh, 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 ooh.
That was good.
I will probably be
I-
walking around singing that damn song later today.
I didn't know if
I
y'all liked it or
know.
not. I mean, the other ones they had were not very good, but it's just that it's a vendor and then it promotes the vendor at the end. And I know we don't like showing stuff like that, but I mean that could be the bathroom break song in the future. That is a catchy song.
Yeah.
So okay, I'm glad y'all liked it then. So I was like, I don't know if y'all are gonna like this or not. Okay, I found this fun short. I think y'all are gonna like. I don't think I'll mention the title. It is short. It's just the title will give the whole thing away, but it's really cute. I find just the wildest videos sometimes.
You do, really, you
But
do.
this one is just, this is like one that just so came out of left field. I'm not expecting to see a video like this. So let's watch this real quick.
You've been learning how to pray? Serenity prayer? For like alcoholism? Yeah. How many of you guys are over a year? You can tell because you guys are fucking into it as fuck. You guys have mentioned it a lot already. Like anytime you've been talked to, you guys have been like, sober! We pray to God O'Douls. God O'Douls is a just God. I guess they do have O'Douls for heroin. Kratom? Yeah. You guys see, that was only for you guys. So, all these respectable people that have never done drugs, they're like, what the fuck is Kratom? It's this powder, and if you drink 7 gallons of it, you might feel like you took 1 Vicodin. So, you guys can look it up. It's perfectly legal. It's what every addict will tell you. Like, no, I'm allowed to take 17 pills of Kratom every 4 hours, dude. No cop can stop me.
I
Oh
commented
my
on his videos.
I saw that and I was just like cracking up. I thought that was so funny. and it's like, where did this guy come from?
You know, like I said before, I mean, O'Douls is like the perfect replacement for, you know, people that were alcoholics, you know, but to me, you're not working on breaking that habit of getting off of work, going to your fridge, popping open a bottle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a perfect replacement for it. And then you still get that, you know, because alcoholics, you're not just addicted to the liquor. You're addicted
It's
to
the
the habit of
routine.
doing it. The
And
routine,
Right.
yeah. You're addicted to that first sip, that like carbonation type sip, you know, that feeling
Yeah.
going down your throat.
Exactly. Well, the title of that video was Kratom is O'Douls for heroin. So I was like, what? Is a comedian? I'm like, oh, this looks like it'll be interesting. So I thought y'all would like that.
I've heard people call Kratom like vegan heroin,
Yeah,
you know.
I think I've heard that
Right.
one before too. I just realized there were some more comments with the song that I didn't see before. People, y'all really like that song. Freely says, I want to make some Kratom music. Like, who doesn't want to make Kratom music after that?
Right.
Teresa said, love this from an old hippie. Hey, Teresa, thanks for joining us.
Hey,
Kathy
Teresa.
loved
What are they
it.
using? What did you use to make that Kratom song?
It was I can't remember I actually just uninstalled that, but it was something that Sam had told me. But you can only make one song for free.
Yeah.
But you can uninstall it and then reinstall it and then make another song though.
Well, there's so many of these AI tools
Wow.
now, but however they made that one, that's one of the best ones I've ever seen. Lisa's here. Hey, thank you for joining us.
Hey,
Good to
Lisa.
see you. It's been a while.
Hi,
And
Lisa.
I don't know which Facebook Ryan is on, but you don't need to come here trying to get people to buy Kratom from you. We don't work like that here. So
Is it on a Facebook?
yeah, it's on Facebook. I got like my new thing is to have my YouTube ready in case I need to go in the comments, but I did, you know, usually we don't have somebody in Facebook. All right, so next video, this one is super cool too. It kind of starts off a little weird, but it gets better. this guy that like has a Kratom song, and he shows footage from the 2 different DC marches, 2016 and 2018. Super, super cool. I think you're gonna like this.
Come on now, listen, the tide's on the rise. You can't believe what you see with your own eyes. Foxes in the hen house, stealing the world. Rain in the sky, trees from the earth. Come on now, listen to the truth inside. Now you can see with more than your eyes. Heal yourself, heal yourself. Don't need the lawman handling your health.
Sounds like Bob Dylan.
Come on now, listen, the time that draws near.
Yep.
You can't believe the whispers in your ear. There's a brain in your head, a heart in your chest. Come on now, listen, it's perfectly clear. Now that you're listening with more than your ears. Heal yourself, heal yourself. Don't need a banker to manage your wealth. Heal yourself, heal yourself. Don't need a lawman handling your health. Come on now, listen, all you that deny. There's cotton in your ears, there's mud in your eye. We eat from the dirt, we drink from the sky. We are made of the earth, and the earth is our right. Come on now, listen and open your eyes. Heal yourself, heal yourself. Don't need a judge on your medicine shelf. Heal yourself, heal yourself. You don't need a banker to manage your wealth. Heal yourself, heal yourself. You don't need the lawman handling your health. Heal yourself, heal yourself.
Oh, that's Shy. I know some of those people, but I know for a fact that's cool.
Wasn't
I like
that
how they added all
great?
the pictures in.
Yeah, it just started
I
off so
love
shaky in the
that.
beginning. When I first saw it, I was like, the video was so shaky at the very beginning, and I was like, what is this? But then like, oh, this is like a cool song, and they just took like, it looks like a footage from everybody, just and slapped it all together. Really cool.
Those are the people that saved Kratom so that we could find it in 2019.
Yeah.
That I got
Yep.
chills watching that. I didn't even know a guy was actually singing it.
Ah,
Yeah. Yeah. Wasn't that great? I wonder who that was. It's the first time I've
Man.
ever seen anything like that. But at
I-
one point I saw the wrestler dude from A Leap of Faith that I saw him walk by in that video. I didn't notice it before until just now.
I know I recognized some of the people in the pictures they showed, but man,
Yeah, that was
y'all.
cool. Dude, check
It
this
was
out,
beautiful.
y'all. Check this out. Getting that dude to come, like, say we have instead of like a Woodstock, like a Kratom stock at the
Mhm.
Capitol, and then we can get Soren and Cairo to bring their little tea thing. You know, it's instead of serving alcohol, dude. How cool would that be?
Yes.
We
That'd
get
be
the
really
Kratom
cool.
Gals bus,
I like
pick
that.
everybody
Yep.
up.
I like that a lot.
We could
got
do
great
that on
ideas.
the
I love
same
it.
day. We could do that on the same day that our opposition plans to do their Kratom rally
Yes.
at the Capitol.
Yep.
Be all these like peaceful people just having fun.
Yeah.
That would
And
be
they're
so
over there
cool.
with their pitchforks and torches talking
Yeah.
about Kratom killed my loved
They're just
one.
hate words.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, all we want to do is be left alone.
And spread
Like-
love.
Yes.
Spread peace
The
and love.
Kratom
and
love.
happiness.
The
Peace and
Kratom
love.
love.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
And we could be jamming that song, that cool song we were playing.
Yeah.
Heal yourself.
It's catchy. Between
It is.
that
I'll
and
is
probably
Kratom
be
very.
singing that one also.
It is
later
very
today.
Bob Dylan like. I love that. It was so good. Yeah, I'll have to collect all these little cool songs, these little music videos we like, and
Well, we're gonna have to have a playlist.
Well, that's what I'm
Yeah.
when we go on
thinking.
the road.
We've got
So
the other Kratom song that we do for our bathroom break song. We've got this the AI one and then this one too. So yeah. So when Misty gets back, we're gonna watch we're gonna watch a short that actually she did, and then we'll get into the city of Rolling Meadows.
dude, Kathy, I remember, man, I might be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure that her and Wade Harmon did a song together. Like she did the
Well,
drums,
and
and
it's such
then
a small world because Wade, okay, yeah, and I don't know, Kathy, if you know, I used to be in the music business for like 20 something years. I had a online community I started for musicians and started in 1996 called Go Girls Music. So if you ever heard of Go
so
Girls Music,
cool.
that was me. And then Wade comes from he when I was doing the speaking at social media conferences around the country, he used to like put on like one of the largest one for social media marketing world. The first year I came into that was 2016. He was still running that with that group, and I remembered his name. And then but then the other years I was there, he wasn't there anymore. When I discovered Kratom in 2019, I went to Twitter, because I was known for teaching Twitter. So Twitter was always my jam. And I started researching Kratom on there to see like, well, who are the people talking about Kratom on Twitter? And Wade came up. So like he was tweeting a lot about Kratom back then.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
like, that name is so familiar. And I put that connection together from social media marketing world. So then fast forward to last year, I think, or this year, and when I connected with him, we've had a chat about that. It's like, wow, that's like so wild that this other world I was in, he was in that too, and like our
Yeah,
paths
yeah.
crossed, and we probably talked since I was a speaker at that. My first year speaking, he was still helping to run it. It was like weird.
It's
Cool.
cool how, sometimes you realize, I mean, because there's a lot of times I'm sure paths cross, we don't even realize it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's pretty cool whenever it's like, oh,
It is. It is.
That's how I remember Wade was like when I first came into the Facebook Kratom community. I remember seeing his live streams that he was a part of a vendor group at the time.
yeah, yeah.
And he would be playing his guitar.
Yeah, yeah. But they did some kind of I'll have to Kathy send it to one of us if you I don't remember the link or anything or whatever, but it's pretty cool. I remember.
That is so cool. That is awesome. So Christopher from Christopher's Organic Botanical, who is here. Hello, Christopher. So he
Hey,
was
Chris.
at the march on the Capitol in 2016, and it's just so cool. It's
That was
just
my birthday.
we're just so
Oh,
wowed by
wow.
all the things they did. Oh, really? That's cool.
I
So,
can't remember how old I was turning.
yeah, and
I know
so-
I was miserable because I hadn't found Kratom yet, though. I'll say that. 100%.
Right.
she says she'll see if she can find it. That would be cool.
I remember it being really cool.
I didn't know about Wade with music. I just knew that he was doing the whole social media.
I wish
thing.
I could play music. Like I wish that, like I played the trumpet in middle school and stuff, but I wish that I really would have gotten into music because it's just so cool when people can play. Like I think that dude Wade Harmon plays like 20 different instruments, and I'm like, it's
Oh,
just
wow.
like he plays like the violin, the fiddle, the guitar. I just wish I could play like one or two.
That
You
is
know?
so cool.
Yeah,
I can't play music, I can't sing, I can't rap, but I will. I'm
I
a music
love
nerd.
music. Yeah,
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah, I wish I could play
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I grew up
That's all.
playing guitar. I just was never like professional level. It was just always a hobby. But I always had this feeling I would somehow be involved in the music business. And it was all just from starting a little online community when all that was brand new in the
I love
90s.
hearing
And,
about your Go Girls days, though. It's cool.
oh my gosh, it was so, and
Yeah.
it was wild is when I see the stuff in the memories and I go post it, and then a
Yeah.
whole bunch of people from that community comment on it. And we just had so many fun times. That was just a fun
That's what I'm saying.
season.
Like, it's so cool to look back on memories like that.
Oh, yeah.
Especially like when Facebook does it. It's like, oh, I totally forgot about that. And everybody's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's
Oh,
cool
yeah.
to make memories like that,
Hey,
Hey,
Sherry.
Sherry. Hi, Sherry. Good
Hey,
to see you.
Sherry.
Hi, Terry.
Freedom says, anyone worried
Freedom.
about a Kratom ban? Yeah.
No, but Illinois and Louisiana is popping
Them
up
local
right now, so if you
bands.
live there.
Those local ones.
We are worried about those.
We're going to be watching one in just a few minutes.
So Madeline used to do it was called Go Girls.
Go Girls Music. Because
Now we're
chicks
the
rock.
Golden Girls of Kratom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to
Yep.
get a tat. When I get my Kratom tattoo, it's going to be, because you know
Got
how I already
mine.
did the Go Girls music
There's
one.
mine.
I'm doing that one that
I got
Madeline's got.
I got so many of them, but there's my Kratom one that I got. I ran out of room, but
Well, it's so small,
but I
and
got my
can
little
put that anywhere,
Kratom
you know.
one. Yeah. I do have a bunch of Go Girls tattoos.
That's so cool.
Actually, I have one right next. Oh my God, I have it right next to the Kratom one. How I mean, it's upside down, but like that's the logo.
Oh
like,
yeah.
upside down logo. I got 4 different Go Girls tattoos, but I'm like, wow, it's right next to my. That's cool. Like 2 communities. I've done
Yeah.
3. I've done like
Yeah.
4 communities, but 3 were my big ones. I didn't do one for the Twitter Smarter, but I was not going to put a hashtag on me. Everybody's like, you get a Twitter Smarter tattoo. I mean, I did do that Twitter chat for 8 years, but no, I'm not going to get.
It's
the
just cool to
hashtag.
see like people that are like like I've never been a leader, you know. I've never been a leader, and that's cool, you know. There's just, but you know, it's cool to see good leaders, like, you know, Misty, you're a good leader
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
too, you know. So it's just cool to see people bring communities together and for the right reasons.
Well,
Exactly.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, I had no idea I had this in me. I saw when in the 90s how this new internet thing, I thought, wow, you could like use this to bring people together. So I just started a little back then there was nothing. It was a web page and an email. That's all you could do back then. So all I had was a web page I put together, and I learned HTML, so I knew how to do it myself. And I had email, and it took years, but over the years, like, started building community. And as technology got better, there was more things I could do to bring people together. And what really helped was when Yahoo groups, it was kind of like a bulletin board thing that was driven by email. It was like an email group, and it was really cool. And that helped a lot in the late 90s. And then social media started developing in like 2004, 2005. And it changed the landscape of everything. But
It's wild how
it
much
was
it's
just
come.
that consistency and just doing it and having no idea where it would go. And it was just something I always did as a passion thing for fun, passion project. But what's crazy with the whole tattoo thing, when Go Girls had turned 10 years, I got the logo on my ankle. And it was just something I decided to do on a whim as I'm driving to Austin for a big event. And while I was there, and you know, it's like divine intervention. I was putting on a show on 6th Street in Austin. If y'all are familiar with Austin, like that's like the big place where like live music and everything goes on. And while setting up, next door is a tattoo shop. I'm like, oh, this was meant to be, because I didn't know if I'd have time to do this. So I ended up doing it, and 3 other of the gals with me from my community decided to do it too. So 4 of us all got the logo on our ankle together. And it's like, and that was the first time I ever did tattoo as a group thing. And I've done it multiple times now with other people, but that was the first time. And over the course of years, end up having like over 30 people that got one of our logos from this online community I started for female musicians. They got the tattoo on their body. I'm like, whoa, like, and then I used to joke and say, I could be a cult leader, but I mean, it's a joke. It's like wild, because I would have never thought in a million years some little online community I started for fun would, but people became so passionate about it. And the same thing with my Twitter Smarter thing. And then I'm also seeing it, you know, with all this Kratom stuff I do. But I have a long history of building online communities. I'm very techie. I know how to do podcasts. I know how to do live stream. I know how to do all this stuff. So I'm just taking the knowledge I have to help use it to bring people together, because I'm very passionate about Kratom. It's really changed my life for my chronic pain. It's been amazing. So
yeah.
Freedom, I remember your comments. So yes, I am proud of you.
That's awesome. I mean, that's a huge thing, and that's awesome.
Sherry says that she'll send us leaves to eat on Kratom leaves for life.
Can I do this? This is for Freedom. There you go, Freedom.
There it goes.
Yes.
Oh, ours are different colors. Oh, wait, it did the same. Okay.
I can't remember how to do the other thingy.
we could get some leaves to eat on the live. But yeah, we've been wanting to do that. We want to like
No, thank
try
you.
chewing the leaves. That would be cool.
Dude, that would be totally cool.
You guys, he's
love
so
that.
Freedom right there. You know, I remember his comments on my YouTubes, and you know, it was a 7-0 HBS, you know,
Yep.
and if he can get off that synthetic stuff, so
That's
can
awesome.
you.
Yes.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yep.
I am proud of you.
That
I'm
is
glad you
great.
didn't-
That's
I'm
great
glad
to
you
hear,
weren't being-
Freedom.
I'm glad you weren't being hateful towards me. So much respect.
Yes.
For that.
Yeah, we
Yes.
appreciate
Right
that. 'Cause
on.
so many times there is a lot of hate. Did you see this, Misty from Vina? About last week, how you mentioned about somebody she can get in touch with to help her talk about Kratom?
Oh, John Shinholzer.
Yeah.
Right. That's who it was.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you need to get in touch with John Shinholzer. He's on Facebook as well. I don't know what his email is. But yeah, he's the like the recovery god. You know, he started the McShin Foundation, so you know, you could get in touch with him.
Yeah. Fuqua, where are you at? Loves what we do. Wish I could do more in my state. What state
He's
are
in
you
Indiana.
Oh, Indiana.
I know who he is.
Sorry. We're trying though. And that's
Yep.
why we do we come together to just help spread awareness. Perfect timing for this segue for this next video, because it's all about advocacy. So we're going to watch this short clip. This one of Misty's, and then I'm going to pull up the website next so we can talk about it. This is something that everybody can go do to help out with advocacy. So let's watch this, and believe me, you'll be laughing.
What's up, y'all? I'm gonna need y'all to click on my Linktree link in my bio and sign this petition for.
Okay, this is not the one you're going to laugh at. I'm thinking of another one of Misty's videos for later.
Look how
that
you
will laugh.
paused me.
Well,
You look like one of those. Whatever.
I better change it so haters don't hate on it. There, that's a better one. I'm thinking of the wrong one. This is not the funny one, but this is a good one. So let's finish watching.
Ouachita? Well, I don't even know how to pronounce this parish's name, but their next ban hearing is coming up on November 4th. So please sign the petition and or upload your 30-second video clip like I did. Yeah, that parish right there. But here's the sample of my video clip. Hi, Louisiana police jury members. My name is Misty Brown, and I'm an over 5-year Kratom consumer advocate activist. I was in chronic pain management for over 11 years. I was addicted to the FDA-approved pain pills, benzos, and muscle relaxers. I accidentally found Kratom in June of 2019 by watching that documentary, A Leap of Faith. The very next day, I walked into the smoke shop and my Kratom journey began. I've been reborn into the Misty I was before active addiction. I got my life back. My kids got their mother back. Don't take people's freedom of choice away. Kratom saves lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pull up the
Yay.
website. That was awesome, Misty. I'm going to pull up the website. So if for anybody that has not signed the petition yet, please do it. But I want to show you something cool too that you can do, like what Misty did. You can actually make a video on there. And I did one too, and John Shinholzer did. And so I'm going to show those real quick. Just bear with me. On
I was trying to
StreamYard.
squeeze a lot into a 30-second
You
clip.
did.
So that's-
So you inspired me, Misty, and it took me several tries because that 30 seconds goes fast.
yeah.
And I just made mine up as I went. I didn't even think about what I was going to say. But it's over at change.org. Can somebody copy and paste that link?
Yeah,
and
I
put it
was
in
looking for it.
Oh, you know what I can do? Let me just
We need more than 87 signatures, y'all. What the hell's?
I know we need more. Let me post this right here. So this is the URL. So y'all take a screenshot or go type it in right now. change.org/p/prevent the ban of Kratom in Ouachita Parish, but with those dashes. I know it's a crazy URL. I wonder if you just go to change.org and then go do a search. Misty, do you think people can just find it by going
They
to
could.
change and then
Yeah.
search? But y'all
Or
can
just
also
go to
just
my YouTube or my
Yeah.
TikTok. I mean, God
Yeah.
damn it, my Facebook.
I have it on my X and my Twitter. It's also there as well. But I want to show y'all real quick. So
Thank you,
this is
Dr. Heidi. Vera, if you're still in here, that's how you. I
John
went to go
Shinholzer.
copy his Facebook page, but you're commenting from YouTube. So that's how you properly spell his name. He's on Facebook. He's got 2 profiles on there.
And Mike is asking, can he redo his petition to do a video? What's weird is when I did it, I did the video, but you couldn't type anything. I wonder, you'd probably just have to be logged in and maybe set up another account or go anonymous or something, and probably you could, I think. I don't know.
I don't know. This was new to me. I had never even knew.
The video thing is new, but I do agree video is more powerful. And let me show y'all. So when you come down here, like here are the comments. And I did a video, John did one, and then Misty's is off to the side. So you can see Misty did hers on her phone, John. I just did mine on my computer like John did. Let me play. I can't make it big, so I'm just going to play this so y'all can see.
It makes no sense at all why we want to ban a product that is being heavily studied right now by NIDA. And one of the number one reasons we have a reduction in our opioid overdose deaths is because consumers are switching to a FDA-regulated dietary supplement, Kratom. So to me, it's just ridiculous people want to ban it.
It's not technically FDA regulated, but they're following the FDA regulation protocols. That's John Shinholz Rivera.
Yeah, that's John right there. And then here's mine. I just was doing this on my laptop last night, and I'm like, well, I'm going to do the video too. And if you mess up, you can redo. Like, I didn't know what I was going to say. I just like pressed the button and started talking, and it took me a couple of tries. Then I did the one that was perfect. So this is what I put up. Hi, I've been a Kratom consumer for the last 5.5 years for my debilitating chronic pain, and it has helped me tremendously. And I would like to be able to have safe, legal access to this plant wherever it is that I live or travel to. So please understand that this plant helps many, many people, not only in your location and in your state, but all over the U.S. Thanks.
Love it.
I mean, it's just easy to do. And so be sure to go here if you haven't yet. At least sign the petition, type out a comment. But a video is more powerful. And
There
can you
needs
imagine?
to be thousands.
Yeah, if we had a bunch of videos on there, that would be amazing. It will trust us. It grabs attention and it helps. Every
It's
voice
such
helps.
a pain in the butt. This stupid Kratom word blackout thing on Facebook. It's just such a pain, dude.
It's ridiculous. Hey, Becca, good to see you. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Becca.
Hey, Becca.
Venus had got him, so that's good.
Lora Romney Smith says if we want to connect her on, she'll jump on and talk about when she went to testify.
Ooh, cool. I'm gonna go potty break.
Yeah,
Cool.
I need a restroom break too. But yeah, go ahead and invite her in. Also, back to Fuqua, y'all. Luckily, I live 10 minutes from Kentucky, but I used to drive 3 hours to get my tea, and it was $15 an ounce. Crazy AF. Wow.
I hate that you have to do that, but I'm telling you, I don't know if you want me to say your real name.
All right.
But
she said give her 5 minutes.
Okay. I'll send you the link, Laura. She went to the hearing. When was that? Last week? I don't know.
Yeah,
but
this week.
Last week?
I can't.
I don't even remember. But she went to the Ouachita? She went to the Ouachita Parish hearing. You know, we watched it live, but the audio was horrendous. And the video was just zoomed up to the dude's nameplate. It was just horrible.
Yeah.
So it ain't even, it's worth playing because the parts that you can hear from Laura talking, it's amazing. But it's just, it gave me a headache.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear her testimony. So Sherry says, I found 708 yesterday in my town. I told the store worker it was bad news. He said he has one lady who buys it for her pain that Kratom would not help anymore. I told him about the lawsuits going on. He didn't want to get into that.
Because he doesn't want to lose his money.
Right.
Right. It's making them a lot of money.
Right. Exactly. All right. I need to run to the restroom too. Are y'all good chatting, or let me put on the bathroom break song?
Yep, we're good.
Okay, y'all chat. I'll be back.
Okay.
Okay. Signed and shared. Yeah, we need thousands.
It's because of my Dr. Pepper I drank right before we started this.
I don't have any Dr. Pepper, so oh my God, Misty had to get through withdrawals.
Oh no.
Whatever.
I'll be right back.
I'll get Dr. Pepper when I can get Dr. Pepper. So yeah, it was on Monday then, on October 21st. Laura went up there and showed up. It showed out. I know, huh? Ban the Dr. Pepper. It's not an actual doctor. Thank you, Kathy. Sign it and share it.
Right. I had to drink my Kratom tea.
I still didn't have any orange juice, so I will not mix Kratom with cranberry juice or apple juice. I mean, I might do it for a TikTok video because,
Right.
like I said, I started making TikTok videos with the actual swamp water so that nobody can report my videos for dangerous acts.
Right.
Because when you mix it, it looks like the Bloom drink, and you
Right.
see that Bloom drink all over TikTok.
Right. Or any greens drink, really. It just looks like swamp water.
Like I'm drinking kale.
Yeah.
Cherry Dr. Pepper Zero.
And then I just put mine in chocolate milk thing. It looks like chocolate milk.
Oh my gosh. So you just sip it through the day, huh?
I take like 3 or 4 gulps. And then if I can get up and go on, I'll do that. Because I just forget. I forget to drink the rest of it is what happens. As soon as I feel better, I get up and go. And until I start hurting again, I don't even remember that I didn't drink it all. Sometimes I'll forget that I didn't even take any sips of it. And I'll be walking around thinking, why am I in so much pain? And then I'll find my bottle and it's full and warm. And I'm like, this is why I haven't even drank it yet. Could have never done that with opiates. Never.
Oh, yeah. No.
Mm-mm.
I used to pop my opiates before time was even due.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, me too. Yep, mine never lasted 4 hours. There was no way.
I was popping them every 2 to 3 hours. Mainly
Me
2
too.
hours, but I always say 2 to 3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lora
me too.
is a beast, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's a far, far commute, to
Oh, I know.
Louisiana.
And she suffers
Oh,
from
yeah.
that trigeminal neuralgia. and
Yeah.
I'll let her tell the story.
Yeah,
about
yeah.
why
Do we
she had
have
to
a
go-
video we can play of it? Just even though the video wasn't good, just so we could hear it.
I mean,
Is there
where
any video?
where would I send it?
The Twitter chat, maybe?
But you haven't posted it anywhere?
No, because it's just
Okay.
horrible.
Yeah,
Let's have
it's
her
really
talk.
bad.
Yeah, we'll just have her talk about it, and then after that, we'll play the City of Rolling Meadows.
I mean,
And
I
that's
can't upload. Can I upload it to Twitter chat? Because I even reduced it down to like 7 minutes so I could send it to her so that she could know what I was bitching about in the messages.
Do the unlisted thing on YouTube real quick.
Yeah, you'd have
Maybe.
to do the unlisted YouTube.
Dude, I bet, you know what, Madeline, when I was watching one of your videos that I was making a thumbnail for, the playlist one, how you talk about taking
Miss
your,
Kitty.
yeah, she's really
Yeah,
on
the
it. Okay.
YouTube playlist thing.
Yeah, I did that. It's a good idea. I
It,
didn't,
Aw.
it's just something I saw how somebody was doing that, and I'm like, oh, I never thought of doing that myself. So, yeah.
I put all of our TikTok lives on, because I have a live playlist.
Hey, Laura.
There's Laura.
Hi, Laura.
hey.
How are you?
Good.
Yeah, I
talking
was
about
just
how
saying you were a
horrible-
beast, man. You're like an advocacy beast out there going all the way to Louisiana.
Yeah, it was pretty
Wow.
awesome. This group of vendors and store owners were amazing to fly out a representative from AKA, and I mean it's an amazing. These guys deserve everyone's support because I don't think I've seen or been a part of a group that wants it more and that was so supportive. But I'll tell you a quick little scenario of what happened before the meeting. So we had the guy that was over it. His name is Bradley. He was the one that was kind of coordinating with me. So he had arranged a little kind of meet and greet with me and about 10 to 12 other vendors in the area. And they all show up at this little warehouse. And we were all kind of talking. Actually, we had Mac get on the phone to answer a couple questions. But these guys are real. Like they are super.
So they're like coming together.
They are. They
That's
are.
awesome.
Right.
Yes, they are. And they're like, we're going to this city council. They call it it's like a city council meeting, but they call it a police jury. It's not really police. It's like the jurors. It's basically city council. That's a little how Louisiana is. But we show up at the courthouse and it was this. So this group, all of these vendors came, they showed up. And so they had said to me though, one of the vendors was, I guess, more influential. He kind of knows some of the police jurors, and he had said that they had really pushed to get the vote pushed to November 4th because they wanted, them to have more time to be educated and to learn more. And so they said, we're pretty sure that you're going to get, or they're going to push the vote. So you may not even get to speak. So I was like, oh, that's kind of a bummer. So sure enough, the meeting starts 5 minutes in. They say, okay, here's the issue. And we're actually tabling the vote until November 4th. So I was like, well, there you go. And then they were going to move on. So about 5 minutes later, they pulled me out into the foyer, and one of the jurors was there. And this one of the not vendors, he was a store owner. He was there and had pulled the juror and said, hey, she's come all the way from Utah. Is there a way that she can speak? Because, we're going to be voting on this issue in 2 weeks. And he was so kind. And he said, absolutely. We definitely want to hear from her. She's come all this way. Just wait till the end of the meeting. Well, the meeting was an hour and 45 minutes long. And those store owners, knowing that they weren't even going to speak, they sat there the entire hour and 45 minutes. And we talked about ditches and burning trash and
we were here. We listened to all of Rusted Windows.
Yeah. I was like, if they address one more ditch, I'm like, no way.
When they said that, they acted like nobody was going to speak, and I guess you and Misty were texting or whatever. I was like devastated for you, because I can't imagine coming all that way.
Oh yeah,
and then not even get. But so it's really cool that they let you.
Well, and it was really a miracle, because so at the very end they said, okay, you can speak at the end for the general comments. So I went up there and I had my typical 3 minutes, and then of course I went over just a little bit, and then they're like, hey, we have a couple of questions, and I was like, okay.
That was so cool.
That's great.
Yeah, so they started asking some really good questions. I know one of the questions was about the synthetic. They were talking about 7-OH, and I was able to address that. Interestingly enough, it was really a great move, because one of the vendors had said, here, take some Kratom with you just in case they don't know what it is. So in my purse, I had a little bag of the powder, and then I had a little tiny extract bottle. And they had said, well, one of the questions was, how do you consume Kratom? And I said, well, they said, what do you do? Do you vape it? Do you? And I'm like, no, let me talk to you. So I was able to pull out the powder and explain to them how you actually, ingest it, and talk a little bit about what an extract was again, and reinforce the 7-OH mess. And so that was excellent questions they had. And so Misty timed me, but I guess I got to speak to them for like 12 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Really a blessing, because if it had been during the meeting, it had only been 3 minutes. So it was really amazing. And it was funny, because I was midway answering a question, and the one guy goes, I'm so sorry. He's like, we could talk about Kratom all night. Another budget meeting.
Know.
Wow.
So, which was really great. So I'm like, okay, well, come ask me any questions. So this is the really cool part. So after the meeting ends, I was kind of standing there, and this lady from the back, she comes up to me, and she's like, oh my word, I want to let you know that I have trigeminal neuralgia too. I have it.
No.
And I said, you're kidding.
Wow.
And I said, wow. And let me back up. So the one juror, her name is Tony, she's the one that had put forward the ban bill. So just keep Tony's name in mind. Okay. So anyway, the lady is, so she's telling me about this trigeminal neuralgia. She'd had a brain surgery, and it actually had helped her pain a lot. So just then this Tony comes up from the jury, and she's coming up to me to talk. So I thought, here we go. She's gonna, she's the one that wanted to push the bill. So right then, the gal, I don't know her name, who has trigeminal neuralgia, she goes, Tony, can you believe it? She has the same thing I do. They're friends.
No.
Yes.
Wow.
So she's like, this is the real deal. She goes, this is such a painful condition. And she said, and quote, this is what she said. She says, let me tell you, if this surgery hadn't helped, I'd be lining up right now to take Kratom.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So right in front of the juror who she's friends with, who was the one that initiated the ban.
That is so cool.
It was really, really cool. And so it was amazing. That experience, I felt like it was really,
I was wondering about the whole, because we literally couldn't hear like every 3 or 4 words, but I thought that it sounded like when he asked you that, I thought that it sounded like you were trying to show him. And I'm like, oh, she
Yeah.
even brought some with her. That's such a good idea. So it's cool. At least, your retelling of the thing, we kind of can connect the dots. But I mean, I don't know about you, but I know I've never met anybody in my life that has transverse myelitis, like face to face,
Oh, you mean
So I can't imagine.
No, she has transverse.
Oh,
myelitis.
I'm sorry. Oh, same initials. Same initials.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Wow.
That's why I thought you had the conditions. I did not know that. Okay.
Y'all the TM twins?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just can't imagine me, and just so happens to be there at that meeting.
There was not that many there. So it was pretty cool. And so, again, I have to say these jury members, I was impressed. They acted like they were caring about the issue versus bulldozing it and whatever. We're just doing the meeting because we have to do the meeting. They seem to really be interested. And so I really do feel like this is a pivotal vote. I feel like, especially because if one parish in Louisiana kicks back that ban and, it kind of paves the way to have the others say, well, they're not all just going to follow. But yeah, this group of people, I was super impressed. They were all super nice, super respectful. And then again, all of the, the C-store owners and such in the area are like super supportive. They were going to be they're going to really, I talked to them, really try to find some patients, some people that are, that were addicted to drugs and things to try to really show, some testimony of real life people. But afterwards we were talking and, same stories we always hear. They have all these people that come in and they have pain and addiction issues. And it's just really, they're like, we just can't have this banned. And of course, for them, it's a financial thing too. But they see the real need for this.
It was meant to be that you were there.
I believe so. I was about to say everything
100%.
happens for a reason.
I
Everything
believe
happens for a
it.
reason.
It just was not, there's just too many little coincidental things that just, it was awesome. It was really,
because when we watched the Ascension Parish, Louisiana is the one who started this whole freaking shit.
Yeah.
And when we watched that one, and then when we watched the Livingston Parish, those were all bulldozed over.
Yeah.
The Livingston Parish one had the guy named Councilman Ard, and then his brother was the sheriff of that parish.
Right.
So, they were the people that went and testified were tag teamed by the Ard brothers. It was freaking bullcrap.
Yeah.
But
And I mean,
I
think that's what it's going to take though, is people coming together and, like the community there in Louisiana. It's going to take, more than just one or two people just working their tail off. I feel bad. Heidi has really, but she's just been all over the place. And, but it is good to see that it's finally at least happening in one area of Louisiana. Because good Lord, every year,
Yeah.
But
it was nice to watch. It was really nice.
Yeah.
And to hear them saying, we could talk about Kratom all day. And I'm in the background going, yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be there.
So I hope so. I mean, I think, and the group, I keep calling them vendor groups. They're not the store owner groups. They were actually going to be printing up a lot of the materials and hand delivering it to them.
Nice.
Wow.
So these, they're the real deal. Like for anybody, do it for them because they really care.
If I was there, I would go be plastering flyers all over town. Be like, show up city council meeting November 4th. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I love the fact that those, I had to ask her what C-store meant, and it's convenience store. But I love that they went there. They sat there through the entire thing. They got you out there. I love it when vendors. I love it when vendors appreciate the advocates and the hard work.
And they're, I hate to hear like at the hearings they're like, well, they have monetary gain, and it's like, yeah, they do, but it's like, look at what they're doing to try and help the community,
right?
Get people to talk. Like, so what if they could go on to another business if they didn't?
Right. It's not just about a dollar. Yeah. It's more than just a dollar.
Right. For sure. So it was a great experience. I wish I could be back there. I'm like, oh, my heart's with them.
Yeah.
Well, we're so glad you're able. We lost her picture. So glad you're able to come on here, Laura. Are you still there? Like your picture went black. We don't see you. It's almost like her phone died or something.
Yeah.
It's like,
And we don't hear her
whoa.
either. That's
At
weird.
least
Like
it
my
was with
heart's
the
with them and then bounced.
It shows that she's still here, but we don't
he
see her.
teleported.
Yeah, there it goes. It seemed like
Yeah.
her phone- seemed like her phone crapped out.
That's so cool. We got to hear her side of it.
Yeah,
I
that-
was wondering.
That was
Yeah.
great. That was great. So we're gonna be watching the City of Rolling Meadows. Heidi, if I know Heidi's here watching, Heidi, if you're able to come on and chat with us too. Well, I want to get it started because it's 37 minutes long, so it's not short. And I have not seen it yet. So these were both this week though, right?
Yeah. Monday
It
and
was this
Tuesday.
week. So we don't have video of that one. Plus, from what y'all were saying, it was not the best audio and video anyway. So that was in Louisiana. The one we do have video is from City of Rolling Meadows in Illinois, yet another Chicago area suburb.
Yeah,
where-
she said she got dropped, so she's done anyways.
yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. And Mike Fasano has been posting in here. Where'd it go? There it is. That he's in Rolling Meadows. They were rude. You had only 2 minutes. 30. Then I guess what they're counting down seconds. 30 seconds. 14 seconds. Oh man.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
Heidi, I'll send you the link.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
Oh, yeah. Heidi said she can come on. But
I
yeah,
love when I can send the link to people that are like, "Hey, let me come on."
yeah.
Yeah.
I love
And-
this.
And we can't just put. I mean, we're not able to put everybody on here for those that are
Yeah,
watching.
yeah.
Like those that are we're speaking at these things that we're watching or related to what we're doing. Or like last week we had John Shinholzer come join us, which was awesome. But I want to play. Can we go ahead and play when she gets here? We'll play that first, and then we can stop periodically and talk
Yeah.
with her.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we're already over an hour in, and I know we can just talk when she's here.
Yep.
I like to kind of get it, once she gets settled on here, then go ahead and get that video started. How far into it is before she comes on it? You want me to go ahead and start it? Is she on later
Yeah,
in
what
it?
you got?
No, she goes on twice, so she's right after.
Yeah.
How early in it? Do you remember?
Well, it goes to that smoke shop owner, and then it goes to Stephen's
That's
page,
right.
I think, and then it goes to Heidi. So she's
Okay,
like,
well,
Yeah,
let me
you
go
got
ahead and start it then, because it's like
Okay.
I know it starts with the mayor, that lady, the young lady, that's the mayor,
Mm,
I
Yeah.
guess.
bully.
Okay. Oh, really? Okay. I
Yeah.
haven't
I
seen
think
this
she's a
yet. Well, let me
bully.
go ahead and Jody, thank you for signing that petition. We appreciate
Thank
everybody
you.
signing the petition, and thanks for letting us know.
You know
all
what?
right.
Also, well, before we go into that Illinois one, that the Ouachita Parish is having. So there's 2 hearings on the same day on November 4th. There's Ponchatoula or something like that, and then
Yeah.
there's Ouachita Parish.
Wow. Yeah, Laura commented and said that sorry a call came in. No worries, Laura. We knew you were done anyway.
Yeah.
Jody says Louisiana
you.
plays too much. Yeah. All right, let's start playing the Heidi will be joining us shortly. We're going to go ahead and start. So this is City of Rolling Meadows. And Misty, you'll let me know when there's parts I can forward.
Michael
Oh, yeah.
Forsman. If you could please approach the podium.
How you doing today? Sorry if I'm a little nervous. It's my first meeting.
Please proceed. We'll just give you our clerk will give you a signal when the 2 minutes and 30 seconds are up.
No problem. My name is Michael Torsman, and I am one of the owners at the 24/7 Pantry Smoke Shop on Algonquin Road in Rolling Meadows. I'm addressing you in regards to Ordinance 24-46 regarding the sale of Kratom and THC products. If this ordinance is passed, it will effectively put me out of business. I purchased this business in 2018, and since I've always followed the rules and I've never had a single violation. I've put my blood, sweat, and tears into building my business and completely remodeling it. I take pride in being part of the local small business community in Rolling Meadows, and I have loved each day I've been given the opportunity to strengthen our local economy. In my store, we only carry reputable products that are sold not only across the state of Illinois, but also on a federal level. Each and every item I carry comes with lab reports and certification that is 100% legal to sell. Not a single item is sold in open containers. Everything is packaged and sealed. I fear if this local ordinance is passed, it will not only hurt the businesses inside of our town. Since there are no laws prohibiting these items on a state or a federal level, banning them will only cause consumers to go down the street and purchase from neighboring towns like Arlington Heights, Schaumburg, and Palatine, or even online stores. Last year, the business licenses were changed to only allow a select number of stores from even classifying as a smoke shop or selling any of the items we are discussing. Since that has happened, we are now required to complete background checks, be fingerprinted, and held to a higher standard to protect our consumers, which I completely agree with. Please reconsider passing this ordinance as the future of my business depends on it. I am willing and ready to fully provide any more information on this matter if it is needed. I appreciate your time and dedication to our town. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Steve Pace.
Hi, I'm Stephen Page. I am a Kratom advocate.
Hey, Heidi. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, Heidi.
Hey, Heidi.
Hey guys,
I don't know whoever that
can you hear me okay?
commenter is talking about
We
the
hear you.
YouTube algorithm is broken. No.
It's on my YouTube, but I mean, I don't know what they're talking about, so we'll see, where that's going. Great to see you, Heidi. So yeah, we just started the City of Rolling Meadows, and we want to play this, and then you're on it a couple of times, and I have not seen it yet, so I don't know anything.
This is like 30 seconds long.
It's what?
He's like 30 seconds long.
Oh, this guy?
Yeah. And then it's Heidi.
Okay, cool. All right, so let me get back to it. We'll keep watching.
For the state of Illinois, I also import and also make tea. A large amount of this, my customers, who range anywhere between 40 to 75 years old, if they cannot access this product, their quality of life will be affected. We have veterans with PTSD that use Kratom. We also have elderly ladies and gentlemen who take Kratom to have a better quality of life. So for that, I'll leave it to the next person.
Okay, thank you very much. Christina?
Hey, can I say something real quick?
Good evening. I am here to just ask for either an extension or reconsideration to
That was
continue.
meta.
Yeah, I got it. Sorry.
That was meta.
I was multitasking, and then I was muted. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, I just wanted to say that last gentleman was Stephen Pape, I believe, and he actually went to the stores in Rolling Meadows, physically walked in to let them know about this hearing. And those store owners were not aware prior to that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Really?
So no one would have been there. I would have been there all by myself, probably. Paige. Stephen, is it Paige?
Yeah, it's Paige.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad you were there, and wow.
So shout out to him for doing that.
Yep.
That's excellent to know. All right, let's keep watching.
Kratom and THC. As myself using THC now for several years, it has been something for me medicinally. I never used this in high school. Unfortunately, I was diagnosed with AFib at a very young age and had an ablation. But meanwhile, I was given prescription pills that I abused for many years of my life. What I now know is childhood trauma. I dealt with PTSD at a very young age, and I was given different medications. Unfortunately, none of the SSIs and SRIs helped me, but what helped me was marijuana. And now with working with Mr. CBD, Mark Kanicki is an accredited educator in the cannabis space. We want to be able to give the education to you, to all of you here today, whether it be a continuing education course that he normally charges $500 for nurses and therapists, but do this as a service to our community, as many individuals rely on this for medicinal purposes. So thank you so much for your time this evening.
Thank you. Ms. Heidi?
Good evening. My name is Dr. Heidi Sikora. I'm a retired nurse practitioner and healthcare executive. I really dislike talking about myself, but I think it's important that you know who takes Kratom. I am just one example of the millions of people in the United States who benefit from Kratom. I had an amazing career, first as an ICU and home care nurse, then as a geriatric clinical nurse practitioner, clinical nurse specialist, clinical nurse practitioner, oncology certified nurse practitioner, and certified brain injury specialist. I was honored to receive the Milwaukee Healthcare Hero Award in 2014 for leading a talented team to open the only post-acute brain injury unit in Milwaukee. Unfortunately, my career was cut short due to multiple rare disorders that led to severe chronic pain, including a Chiari malformation. And that's when your lower part of your brain falls through your skull and puts a lot of pressure on your brainstem and your spinal cord. I also have Ehlers-Danlos hypermobility, hereditary alpha-tryptosemia, and lipedema, all of which lead to severe pain. Dysautonomia adds to my sensitivity to any psychoactive substance or substances that affect balance. Fortunately, I found Kratom, and it has been life-saving for me. It has given me my quality of life back. But I'm not just here for me. I am not the only type of person who benefits from Kratom. In addition to those with severe chronic pain like me, my concern is for those who might be using Kratom as a harm reduction tool for dangerous addictions. Those like my friend Misty are saved by Kratom just before they take a fatal dose of heroin or another deadly drug. This is why ready access to Kratom is essential to save lives. Despite the reduction in opioid prescriptions, many people continue to struggle with addiction to licit and illicit substances. I'll move to the
Bully.
Decisions to remove the rights of consumers who benefit from a product should reflect evidence-based science. That analysis goes well beyond a superficial Google search and includes in-depth study of the hundreds of scientific studies conducted in the last 20 years that have demonstrated Kratom is a valuable plant that has been used safely for hundreds of years. I urge you to consider the potential harm that can occur from reducing access to those who benefit from Kratom. And I really hope that you will take a little more time to study this. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm feeling that energy. Like I was feeling that energy the whole because I'm like, man, I know you have been through so many places and you're just so sick and tired of these people not listening.
Right.
You know?
Uh-oh.
Well, you know, the problem is what I had prepared to share was actually 3 minutes. So when you're standing up there and all of a sudden they're only giving you 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the fly, you got to decide what parts are you going to cut out. And so it just really is difficult. It just throws you off. And makes it so stressful.
You can tell when. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, Misty.
I love her second testimony.
But when they gave you that 30 seconds, you could see that like threw you off. And
because you're having to like hurry up and figure out which part to skim through and which part to leave out.
And she was so rude when she said it.
Yeah, she was.
It was terrible.
Wonder how she got that job.
So, yeah, exactly.
Just
her beauty.
Well, you know, it just shows you that they really were not interested in listening.
Oh, not at all.
All they wanted to do was just put in that time and so that they could say, okay, well, we did have input from the community. Well, no, you really didn't have input from the community. You know, that is not input. It is not a discussion. Frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating. I can't imagine.
Well, Mike says
of all the places. Go ahead.
Mike says he watched their August meeting and Rolling Meadows is up to considering possession if or once they have the resources. That's scary.
It was
That's
the August meeting.
But so they won't provide the resources to make sure that, you know, smoke shops and vendors have lab tested Kratom, but they'll put resources aside to arrest people with it?
That's so stupid.
That's horrible.
Right.
Nobody should be locked up for possessing a tea. A leaf.
A leaf.
Fucking leaf.
Exactly. All right, let's keep watching because there's apparently a lot more. Just looking at her, she looks like a bully. She just looks mad the whole time.
She just wants to go.
Yeah,
it's procedural for them. This is all a procedural meeting.
Right.
Yeah.
People's
And
lives.
it's so obvious when we watch this, you know.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Roshani?
Hi there, my name is Rashni Patel.
This
I'm
lady
a
is
store
so
owner
pretty.
in Rolling Meadows. Have a
Fellow nurse practitioner.
on Algonquin
Oh,
Road.
cool.
I'm also a healthcare provider, a nurse practitioner that's been practicing for over 10 years. My practice consisted of doing home visits to homebound patients. So people that can't leave their home to get medical care. We did a lot of COVID vaccines during COVID, helped a lot of people. But like the person right before me said, that Kratom does provide a lot of benefits to people that have chronic pain, that are addicted to narcotics. So it helps to lessen that. And it's less addictive. It's easier to get off of pain medications and to keep the pain under control. And that's the same with THC containing products. So, keeping it to where we're making sure that all the stores are following the proper rules, making sure that there's age verification will allow adults to make their own decisions on how and what products to take to keep their life under control.
I don't know, but that
So
woke me
I'm
up.
also asking that we reconsider, and if not, at least to give us a chance to present more information at the next meeting.
Thank you.
Nice. Heidi, when people are speaking, can you
Mr.
mute your thing?
Kim?
Heidi?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
When people are speaking, can you mute your thing? Because I can hear a bunch of background noise.
Oh, sure, no problem.
Thanks.
Okay, so you don't wish to speak at the, okay. Okay. And then we have Mr. Lee.
My name is Lee.
You can
Allison.
fast forward in.
I live across the street. On
Just go
Winter
past him?
Drive, from
Why? What's with him?
This is like
He's
Venus
talking-
as a dude, is what
Yeah.
Misty said.
Yeah.
He's talking about the speed racers, the drag racers, how they need to change the lights and all this crap. So
Oh, so it's not
Yeah.
even about this.
no.
No, the only thing missing is volleyball.
Why they let
That
him
would be
talk?
my situation.
Why'd they let him talk then? If it
I
had
don't
nothing
know.
to do. Oh, geez.
I don't
Okay.
know.
To our pending items, which begins with item A, ordinance number 24-45, which is the update on tobacco, vape, and CBD shop regulations and for second reading. Is there a motion to adopt this ordinance?
So moved.
Thank you, Alderperson Boucher, for the first. And thank you, Alderperson O'Brien, for the second. Is there any discussion regarding the adoption of this ordinance this evening? All right, hearing none. The question is, shall the ordinance be adopted? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Budmats.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Veneziano.
Yes.
Boucher.
Yes.
Reyes.
Yes.
Kohler.
Yes.
McHale.
Yes.
With 7 in favor, none opposed, this ordinance is adopted. This brings us to item B, ordinance number 24-46 to ban the retail sale of THC, kratom, and tianeptine.
What was the first? So wait, I'm confused. So what was the first thing we watched versus what they're doing now?
I don't know.
I don't understand. I thought that's what we were watching.
It was more with licensing of new smoke shops, and I
Oh.
believe I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to it. I was just really focused on the Kratom Ban. But
Okay.
they had separated those two. I think it was to keep any more
Okay.
smoke shops from opening.
Okay, gotcha.
But I might not be.
We just
I might
didn't
not
have
be
that
right.
part of the video where they announced that. Okay, I'm just curious because I haven't seen any of this, so I'm clueless. Okay, so that's
Now
why
they
you
vote.
spoke twice because that was for that, whereas now they were very eager to vote.
Oh,
They were,
yeah.
they were all just quick. Yes,
Yeah.
But I think this dude right here that's about to I think his conscience is getting to him because he
Yeah.
didn't let,
Mhm.
interesting. All right, we'll keep going.
Well,
which,
no, I
is in
mean,
for second.
it'll be interesting to see. I was going to say it'll be interesting to see what happened because, I was like, oh, no, you're not going to vote on this. There's no way you had enough discussion
Yep.
about, the 2446, I think it was, or 2546, the
Mhm.
Kratom and THC ban. And I wasn't sure if I was the only one that was about ready to stand up and, get arrested. It was like I just was not willing to let it
Yeah.
go.
Wow.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'll be
Yeah.
interested to see now exactly what happened behind me.
Yeah. All right, we'll keep going.
Second reading. Is there a motion to adopt this ordinance this evening? Thank you, Alderperson McHale for the first and Alderperson O'Brien for the second. And thank you again to everyone who was here this evening to provide comment on this item. And before opening up the item for discussion with the council, I did want to emphasize that as mayor, I'm committed to public safety, and that the U.S. Food and Drug Administration is clear that the use of kratom and tianeptine is associated with serious side effects, and that there is inadequate information to conclude its usefulness as a treatment for any illness or condition at this time. So this council makes evidence-based decisions, and therefore the decision to ban the sale of these substances is the result of our review from expert conclusions and in conjunction with our city staff this evening. As more
Who were your
information
experts?
on these substances becomes available,
Yeah, they
Meadows
only
will
they
revisit
only
the
listen
sale
to
of
the
these
evidence
products in the
of
future, and that is
against.
included in the order.
What, Heidi?
I said they only looked at the evidence against kratom.
Yeah.
That's
Who
not
were their
evidence-based.
They may
science.
have just looked up tianeptine or
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Like having all this stuff lumped together just pisses me off. Like I'm so tired of them doing that. Like, just separate it. Get it away from THC. Get it
Right.
away from
But they
tianeptine.
think it's all the same. They're so
Yeah.
uneducated and they won't listen to anybody that speaks up about it. And here you have Dr. Heidi, who is a medical professional,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't even care.
They just brush her off like,
Yeah.
whatevs.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Absolutely
It's
ridiculous.
It's like, you know what? I bet you know more than all these people sitting up
Yep.
there twice over, Heidi. That just
Yep.
makes me so angry.
Well, there was another nurse practitioner there as well. So and they just didn't listen to her at all. Crazy.
Yeah, they just like not listening to anyone. It's ridiculous. And the comments are lighting up. Everybody is just like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
have a lot to
horrible.
say, So, and here you
Hell
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Separate that shit. Hell yeah. They need to. They need to understand
Exactly.
these are
Yep.
not all the same things. So, all right, let's keep watching.
Ordinance this evening. THC products are already available and regulated through our cannabis dispensary here in town, as well as in neighboring communities. And by banning the sale of THC-derived products in other venues, the city will continue its proactive control over cannabis distribution.
It's
With that, is there any additional
competition.
discussion from council members this evening on item B?
Madam Mayor.
Yes, Alderperson Veneziano.
Thank you. And so to follow up with many of the public comments this evening from medical professionals, I am in agreement that THC is used very commonly in the medical world. And being a former oncology nurse, most of our oncology patients do use THC, as do many of my senior patients, for medicinal purposes. And it is commonly very accepted amongst that community in the medical profession. However, I believe truly that the biggest difference is that there is already bans set up within our community and federally that regulate these, and that we as the council support that, being that we have dispensaries that are already set up for those means. So by no means are we saying that we do not support THC. And so I just want to make that very clear that these are already established.
And that's exactly why.
Out of order. This is at this.
Go ahead, Heidi.
I was going to say, and that's exactly why we need to separate this stuff.
Exactly.
Because
they're,
it does.
Yeah.
THC does. It doesn't do
Completely.
anything. I can't even take THC.
I can't
and it
either.
doesn't do anything for me.
But it's not the same as kratom or
Exactly.
tianeptine. They're all separate things.
They're
It's
in
not the same at
completely
all.
different
It's
categories.
apples and oranges.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
so
is.
she's like assuming something based on no knowledge that just go to the dispensary and get and get cannabis. Well, no, that doesn't work for
Doesn't
me.
work for
I need
me.
the kratom.
Don't work for me.
doesn't work
Yeah.
for me.
And I'm in a state where that's not, we don't have that
Also, me
anyway.
too. Yeah, same.
Yeah.
But
we
it's
don't
like,
have
what
that
kind of state has not free, but legal THC, but then bans? Like, that's like Arkansas.
Right.
It's the
Right.
most dumbest shit in the whole, because it's like, THC is mind altering. Like, it does alter your mind. And so, and then you got kratom, it just doesn't do anything. You know what I mean? Except for maybe like concentrate harder or whatever. But it's like y'all
Right.
ban that? How stupid!
Makes no sense.
And
It's
both of
big
them together
cannabis.
work great together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for us.
Well,
It's
like
big.
Lora Romney, I know that the cannabis didn't help her
Yeah, it makes
her
my pain worse.
either with the trigeminal neuralgia.
Right.
So, I mean, I think there's a place for both. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
I do
it's
too.
the
So
Delta
that
8s and the Delta 9s are big cannabis's
Yep.
competition.
Right.
They don't want it
Exactly.
being sold outside of the dispensaries because then they can't, they have to pay massive amounts of fees to open
Yeah.
up the dispensaries.
Yep.
So if there's competition
And taxes and
outside of the
shit.
dispos,
Yeah.
then they don't want that being sold because then they can't, explain their taxes, the tax money away.
Yeah,
or
it's $1 million.
anything.
It's $1 million for a cannabis license in Illinois.
Wow.
I
That's
wish
big money.
people would just
Wow.
leave plants the alone, dude.
Exactly.
Just
Yeah.
legalize all plants. Get rid of all this synthetic shit.
Right.
Like the whole Delta 9
100%.
and 8 and
Yep.
Yeah.
12 and all
Not
that
just not
stuff.
just plants. Legalize all drugs.
True. I'd
Yeah.
be
Legalize
okay
it
with
all.
that.
Yeah. I mean, there's
I
so
could.
many other ways
Well,
to
for
do
me,
it.
and I see the comments about the THC being psychoactive. For me, I already have such a sensitive brain. I can't even drink alcohol.
Yeah.
I mean, that just really does a number on my brain. And Kratom doesn't do that to my brain.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I was one of those people that could partake and enjoy, but I am just not. I wish, but I'm just not.
Yeah. And Vina's so right. It's about money.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
severe small closed minds. Exactly. I mean, that's exactly it. All right, let's keep watching. We still have a lot more to
At this
go.
point, there is no public comment, and so we will be moving forward. This is a time for discussion with the council.
There she getting
And
mad.
so
Boy, she
is there
just
any
wants this
other
Yeah,
to be
she's
comments from
fired
the
done.
up.
council before we call
Yep.
a
She's
vote?
mad because people showed up. That's what's the
What is
problem.
with this mayor? Holy cow, lady. This is your job.
But you
Why are
see
you
Heidi and Steven, they're like, hey, hold up, wait a minute.
this mayor.
There public comment.
What?
Yeah.
She got the gavel.
Yep.
She did the gavel
She is
with
such
you?
a stupid bully.
Holy shit.
She reminds me
Hold
of
on,
that
I gotta
popular
back that.
cheerleader
I gotta back
was
that
dating
up.
the football star.
Yes.
I
That's who
got
she is.
I gotta back that up a little bit. I gotta hear that again.
The
Oh my
mean girl at
God.
high school.
Yeah, she's a
Yes.
total mean girl. Okay, let's play that again. I gotta see this again.
Point, there is no public comment, and so we will be moving forward. This is a time for discussion with the council. And so are there any other comments from the council before we call a vote? Public comment is closed on this item. At this point, it is discussion with the council only.
Look at Heidi. I know that's right, Heidi. I mean, I was just when I was watching this, I was like, man, I tell you, I feel
got
this.
gaveled.
I am
It made-
shocked.
it made
All right,
her
somebody
sit
needs to make a
straight up.
meme. Somebody make a meme.
I'm so proud. I got gaveled.
Craig,
You know
Craig, go
what?
make a meme. You have a job. Go make a meme for this.
Kratom Gals was up there right now. If we was all there, y'all know we would have went to jail that day.
Yes. Yep. That's what I'm thinking. I wouldn't have done well in that situation at all. You did great, Dr. Heidi.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
She used the
did.
gavel to shut her up, and it made
Get
Heidi
outta
sit
here.
up in her seat. She like, wait a minute.
Man,
So
You
wait
know,
till
you know
hear
how
her.
quiet I'm usually so quiet.
I know.
And
You're
I just
like,
wasn't.
wow.
Wait till
Wow.
you hear her testify again.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just still in shock with this mayor.
Oh man.
What a bully.
Yes, Alderman Budmats.
In an effort to dispel any thoughts that we were less than forthright in listening to
Because y'all
comments,
know y'all
I would be
weren't
moving to
forthright.
open up the floor for
Yeah.
5 additional minutes so that we can hear any additional comments based on the comments that have already been made by council members and yourself, for the public who wishes to address this particular item before we vote.
Very well. So we have a motion on the floor from Alderman Budmats to open the floor for
See, his
public
conscience is
comment for
messing with
5
him.
minutes.
He knows
Is
how
there a
you
second?
Second.
Thank you, Alderman Person Veneziano, for the second. At this time, the clerk has 5 minutes on the clock, And for those who wish to speak, we would like to see.
Hurry, give
I'm
them
sorry, before
15
we begin, we need
seconds.
to have a vote on that to make sure that we have a majority of the council in favor. Will the clerk please call the roll?
O'Brien.
Yes.
Veneziano.
Yes.
Boucher.
Yes.
Reyes.
Yes.
Kohler.
Yes.
McHale.
Yes.
They got to vote to allow people
With
to
7 in
speak.
favor
Yeah.
and unopposed, the floor is open for 5 minutes. At this time, because we want to make sure that there's enough time within 5 minutes, can we please have 2 members come before the podium to speak, and then we can provide 2 minutes and 30 seconds for each.
Okay, so how are you supposed to decide what
Who
two
goes
people
up?
are going to
Yeah.
speak? You know, I mean,
Right.
I didn't want to, eliminate
Step on
somebody
anybody's
somebody
toes.
Yeah.
else's.
And we can see you're turned around looking.
I thought maybe we'd have sort of a quick discussion about who was going to
Yeah, like a little powwow real quick.
Yeah.
speak. And
Yeah.
but you see that two people,
Yeah.
right?
2 people
So,
got right up.
all right.
Wow. Okay. I love this play by play. I'm glad you're here with us, Heidi.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
I don't know if I
Yeah.
can ask you guys questions. I'm sorry for my ignorance. I've never been to a city council meeting. So like I stated earlier, last year, all the business licenses were changed in cooperation with the police department. We weren't given any warning about this. I mean, I've been in business here since 2018. I've never had a single violation. Everything we sell is, again, federally and state legal. The items that the dispensaries sell is different than what we sell. We sell hemp derived. It's completely different. The Kratom, on the other hand, everything that we carry is lab tested to a T. I mean, nothing in my store doesn't have lab tests. My question is that what transpired for this to even come up or to even be held to a vote or for the law to be changed? Because for all of these years, we've been doing business with absolutely zero problems,
Yep.
zero violations, and zero complaints even. I mean, this will effectively shut me down, and it's just going to drive people 30 seconds down the street.
Yep.
It's
That
not going
breaks
to
my
do
heart.
anything other than that. It's not going to reach any goals that are trying to be reached
Wow.
within city limits. So that's my question, if anybody could answer that.
Can you pause it?
Yeah. Wow. That was a
additional for the
very compelling speech.
Heidi,
Yeah.
maybe you should do that for you because I want to know where the chain of command came from. That's what the common denominator is with these Illinois hearings. There's somebody had to
Yeah.
somebody higher up
Right.
had to have sent
Yeah,
an email
I
blast.
definitely can do the FOIA.
Definitely do the FOIA.
I think, although it might be better, maybe Mike Fasano can do it because as soon as they see my
Oh,
name,
yeah.
You're on their
You're
radar.
like, oh, that's that lady we gavelled.
Yeah, exactly.
We got gavelled.
Don't give it to the gavel lady.
well,
But you know, it's
the
like
other-
I went back and looked. They didn't have. I saw when they introduced it, and then I saw the motion to make it to come to this meeting, and it was like wham bam, thank you, ma'am. They mentioned something about THC, but they did not mention anything about Kratom at all. Then they moved it to come to this one,
Wow.
and so they know they are wrong for not
Yeah.
notifying the public. Like they know.
Well, Mike
Because the way he spoke out like that, the way he spoke out, he acted like they had this big conversation with all of the constituents. And like Jen said, they didn't do
Well,
it at all
it's
in
not
any
on
of the meetings.
their archived videos.
Right.
I think they
Yeah.
had the big conversation within themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Behind
Yeah.
closed doors.
Yeah.
Heidi, can you see Mike's comment on the screen there?
yes. Thank you, Mike. I'll follow up with Jim. I mean, that's the thing is that the one alderman said, well, we didn't do this in a vacuum. We
Yeah, you
had it
did.
before the committee of the whole. And I'm thinking, yes, you did it in a vacuum. You
Yeah.
only talked about it with yourselves. I mean,
Yeah.
you didn't
Yeah.
talk about it with
And I
Well,
mean,
Mike
the only way
dropped
that
the YouTube
smoke shop
everybody
owner knew
else.
is because of that
And then
Stephen
the other
Page
thing I
guy,
wanted
right?
to say is that,
we
right, that's
lagging?
correct. But is it me again?
Yeah, you're a
You're
little
lagging a
delayed. And
bit.
I think it's you. You
Sorry,
might want to
guys.
just refresh your browser and come right back. I don't know if it's your internet or you just need to refresh your browser.
Okay. All right. Okay, well, go ahead and I'll do that.
Yeah, I know Mike dropped the YouTube video where they were talking about banning the possession of it, but I haven't went back to look at their archive videos to see what they talked about at all. So
Well, here's what Mike said. They didn't. He watched the earlier meetings where they introduced Kratom. It's on
Yeah.
their YouTube page. It goes back to May.
Yeah, and then it goes like all the way back to 2023. And that's, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a big skip in it. Because right after this happened and he made a big deal out about they didn't do this in a vacuum. I'm like, I wonder. And they didn't discuss nothing except for, you know, what I said earlier. And it's just like,
Yeah.
there was not any big discussion.
Hey, Heidi.
we need.
Is that
we
better?
need yeah.
Yeah.
Can you,
okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good on my end. It seems better.
Okay, good. Yeah, it does seem better. It's great having your play-by-play on this.
Yeah. What I was going to say is there were the two shop owners. You know, the one is the nurse practitioner, and then the other, Michael, that was speaking. They had families with them, and they had their children with them, and that's what really got to me.
Man.
That's why I felt I had to stand up as much as I could, because this is going in effect in like 90 days.
It's going to
And
shut
so
I was wondering about
they're
that.
going to put them out of business. So I'm looking at these children thinking,
Yeah.
Wow.
At Christmas.
oh my
Right.
gosh, their parents are about ready to lose everything. Right, exactly. So
Oh, it's heartbreaking.
That was freaking that bully
Right.
lady.
Heartbreaking.
Yep.
All right, let's
And
Yeah,
those
let's
are the
keep-
ones they should be listening to. Those are their
Yeah.
constituents.
Yeah, exactly.
2 minutes. We'll have the council that will respond. We just want to make sure that if there's anything else you'd like to
And
say
then,
for the
yeah, I
2 minutes.
implore you to at least extend this. We will bring authorized professionals. We will bring you lab reports. We will bring you research as much as you want. I mean, you can Google whatever you want. Some people say it's good. Some people say it's bad, but our responsibility as business owners to make sure our people in our community are being safe, which I 1000% believe they are. Thank you for your time.
It's like he's begging.
Wow.
Thank you for this extended time this evening.
Yep.
Again, I really truly believe that there's a misconception with what is at the dispensary versus what you can get at a smoke shop, or there's a big difference in that. The
Yeah,
reason
she
being
just
is
talked
that
about THC.
cannabis, when you go to
Okay,
dispensary,
so I
it's
can go
unfortunate
Yeah.
that
forward past.
those individuals are
She's
actually
not
not
long.
as educated
She's
as
not
they
long, though.
could be or should be.
Here comes Heidi.
Here she comes.
Thank you for
I
the
like
additional
seeing the-
time.
I'm so sorry.
And this
guys,
guy,
but
you can
we
tell
also
he's
didn't
just
mention
pumped
to
up.
the
You know, he didn't
we
know
are
shit
not
about it
associating
until
that at all with Kratom or THC. That
Yeah.
should be outright banned. I completely agree with you because it is something completely different than the two other items we were discussing. I agree with
He's
that.
talking about tea and
Thank
Neptune.
you.
Tea and Neptune, okay.
At this time,
Yeah.
They didn't
what
care.
we have left-
They didn't
our
care.
5
Well, this
minutes
is his
have-
livelihood.
have
I
ended.
mean,
if there's a
he-
request from the council to extend that,
I would greatly
I'm
appreciate
Okay,
it.
so
getting,
here was
so I'm getting
Hold on,
a
here was. Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Okay, I just wanted to say now, you know, all this is happening so fast.
yeah.
And I kind of didn't put it together. I mean, I heard them say that only 2 people could speak. And
Oh.
so, you know, I was just like,
That's okay.
too bad.
Yeah. You everybody's voice should be
You know,
heard.
I just,
Yeah, everybody's voice
but
should
I
be
didn't
heard.
realize that. Yeah. I didn't realize how bold this was, that I just got up there after.
Are you about to get in trouble? Are
had
you about to
already-
get in trouble?
Just watch.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in trouble.
You're
Uh-oh.
gonna see.
You
the
call
best
me
about
if you
her.
ever get arrested, Heidi. I got your back. I will come and kick your ass out of jail. You got my word.
Oh, let's see what
Thank
happens.
Kratom
you.
Gals got you.
We got you.
All right.
motion then to extend? Yes. Okay, from Alderman McHale for the first, and then from Alderman O'Brien as well. So an additional 2 minutes and 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
I'm going to be really brief.
One
So-
moment, sorry. We have our parliamentarian. We have to do a vote on that for
Bully.
the extension.
I apologize.
Will the
Procedural.
clerk please call the roll.
Veneziano.
Yes.
Boucher.
Yes.
Reyes.
Yes.
Kohler.
All that for
Yes.
15 to
McHale.
30
Yes.
seconds.
Wow.
O'Brien.
Yes.
With 7 in favor and none opposed, we've extended the public comment for 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh,
Thank you.
geez.
Part of your ordinance to ban Kratom states that the U.S. Drug Enforcement Agency states that Kratom has no legitimate medical use. No one claims that it does have medical use. It is a dietary supplement, a botanical. It is not a drug. It is not a medicine. So right there, it tells me that this information is not correct. It is incorrect. The next statement, it can lead to addiction. Nobody disputes that it can lead to addiction. The thing is if you're addicted to Kratom, you don't die from respiratory depression like you do from an opioid or from heroin. That's what makes it safer. It says, and psychotic symptoms that include hallucinations, delusion, and confusion, and has been associated with numerous cases of overdoses and fatalities. That is absolutely incorrect. If that is on the FDA website, the DEA website, I challenge them to bring forth that information because I can tell you, I know where they got it from, and they're talking about polysubstance drug abuse, not Kratom alone. And I will challenge them, and I will challenge the board to do your homework. Kratom is, the natural Kratom plant is safe. It helps a lot more people than it hurts. It's like 1,000 times safer than any other, substance out there. So I just implore you, this is not correct, and you should not pass it.
Mic drop.
Yep.
Heidi.
At this
Do
time,
your
we're closing
homework.
the floor for public comment.
Wow.
Unless there's a motion to extend. Okay. Then. do we
It's just
need
like,
a-
oh my
a
God,
vote
I
to
don't
close the-
care.
to close
Yeah,
the floor?
yeah,
We had this
yeah.
for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. We can
Let's
just-
pass this
Thank
motion.
you,
That was
Anna.
perfectly said.
So at this time, do
funny.
we have any additional discussion from the council?
Oh
or
my
any other
gosh,
motions
I
they would
just-
like to put forth
Thank you.
on the floor for this item? Yes, Alderman
Hear
O'Brien.
this.
Mr. Mayor, just for a point of clarification, I'm picking up the perspective that it seems like we've made this decision in a vacuum. And we've had this and detailed discussion during past publicly noticed committee of the whole meetings, as well as first reading was 2 weeks ago. So it's not like this is the first time
Show
we're
us-
looking
show
at
us
this
the
council. And so we
conversation.
have done that. It was reviewed 2 weeks ago for the first reading, as it
Yeah.
looks like
Didn't
other
even talk about
outlets
Kratom.
picked it up tonight that it was for second approval, but we have discussed at great length, I think it was our September or August committee of the whole meeting, as well as 2 weeks ago. So that it has been discussed and additional research had been provided.
Where'd you get the
Any
research
additional
though?
Comments
Yeah,
regarding
right.
this item or any other?
And again, they're
motions
probably
the
talking
council
about
would like to put
THC.
forth this evening?
And by the way, the AKA sent their packet of scientific information.
Uh-huh.
You
And
can tell these people literally don't care whatsoever.
They
Not
don't.
at all.
They were told how to vote, and I'm telling
Yeah.
you, my gut feeling keeps telling me they got an email blast from somebody higher up somewhere saying, you better do this.
Yep.
Yeah,
You know,
it sure
Yeah.
seems that way.
Because I
And
mean,
then you
they're
got
like
Br-
concrete.
you got
Yeah,
Brittany up there wanting to hurry up so she can go drink her wine spritzer and pop her
Oh,
titty.
You know
yeah.
that's right, because
I
she knows she's
absolutely-
a wine
Yeah.
every night lady.
She wants to go party with her friends, not be sitting there
Yeah, like
gabbling.
nobody go over that 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Get the gavel.
That is so crazy.
and
to
I saw
me.
Mike's I saw Mike's comment about Mayo Clinic. I just wanted to say that, that just comes straight from the DEA website.
Yeah.
Mayo
Yeah.
Clinic just follows the FDA, the DEA.
Yep.
They haven't done any of their own research.
No.
Exactly.
They're just.
I'm just waiting
There's-
for that day where that FDA single dosing report is finally officially out, so that way people can stop saying all the BS about
Yeah,
the
no-
FDA.
Yeah.
I get so sick of
Notice how
hearing
long
that.
it's taking that to get published.
Right? I mean,
If
it's
it was
like
bad news, it would have been out there in 2
it
weeks.
came out like almost a year ago. My God, it was so long ago.
They're dragging ass.
They totally are. They
Now they're
totally are.
trying to clean up the McDonald's E. coli mess.
Yeah, we're getting to it, Sherry. We're still watching this and seeing where this goes. I haven't seen any of this yet. Let's finish watching, see what happens.
Okay, hearing none, then the question is, shall this ordinance be adopted? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Boucher.
Yes.
Reyes.
Yes.
Yes.
McHale.
Yes.
Bud Metz.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Veneziano.
Yes.
With 7 in favor, none opposed, this ordinance is adopted. This brings us to item C, ordinance number 24-47, which is to
And then
update
you
the
can skip
nuisance and
through
nuisance
this
abatement provisions in for second.
because towards the end is where once you see Heidi and them get up to leave, then that's when you should play it because that's when they start talking
Is
about
that
it
at the
again.
end? Like how far in is that?
Whenever you see them get up to
I
leave.
see Heidi.
Watch when I
Right there.
leave. Watch
right
when I leave. Okay, yeah.
Oh wait, you're already gone at that point. I didn't
Go
see
back.
you get up.
I was the last one to leave.
Okay, I
so-
see.
Right there.
To our staff reports. And for our community items of interest, I will defer to City Manager Rob Savo.
They'll bring it up.
Thank you, Mayor. Help the Rolling Meadows High School Mustangs pack the food pantry with cereal boxes.
Oh, geez.
Donations of sealed cereal boxes are appreciated.
You want me to play this?
They
I
start
can't.
talking about it right after him, I believe. Talking about City Mustangs.
Report, they should
Cereal
please
boxes.
contact Finance Director Molly Talkington. For the November 12th, 2024 City Council draft.
What about when the cop talks? Was it before or after this? I mean, I'm not seeing them getting up anywhere when I scrub across. It's like
Just
they're
go
already
right there.
gone.
Go right
They're
there.
already gone at this point.
The fact that we've urged the General Assembly to address this issue, they have the ability to have experts speak on both sides of this. We have to make the error if we're going to make one on the side of the citizens' safety. We don't have the budget or the ability to hire experts and to review this in great detail. So we're going to follow the lead of other agencies and what we're able to look up that tells us that it's dangerous, it's not approved by the FDA, et cetera. And so I would really recommend that those people who feel so passionately about this issue enough that they came out to talk with us would follow up and get their point made and have the General Assembly legalize these things or make sure that they're known that they are safe or whatever. And we can
Look at the
read
mayor
in
tossing
our
around in her
ordinance
seat.
to readdress it if it's necessary.
She's
to
fiending.
readdress. We're not trying to put anybody out of business.
Yeah,
We're not
I
trying
know
to
the
put
alcohol
anybody
itch, girl.
or thoughtless for our businesses, but we're just trying to react with safety for our residents. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderperson Bud Manson. To that end, I would also say that for ordinance number 24-46, which is the ban retail sale of THC, kratom, and tianeptine to be most effective, we need the cooperation of our neighboring municipalities and counties. And I also invite the state of Illinois to join our efforts in providing guidance on these legally gray area substances. For these reasons, I believe it is imperative for the council to have voted in favor of
What's she
item K,
reading?
our resolution inviting the state of Illinois.
She's definitely
to
reading something
provide
verbatim, like off her
information on
screen.
this
Yeah.
item and agree
Yeah.
that as a council, we want to err on the side of caution when it comes to the safety of our residents. Thank you.
But
Yes,
what
Alderperson-
residents complain about safety issues? within
Right,
this?
Right.
Where were they?
right.
Who's complaining?
There was only pro Kratom people there. It just
Well,
makes no sense.
the other problem with that argument of we're concerned about the safety of our residents is you also have to be concerned about the safety of the residents who are using it as a harm reduction tool.
Right.
And the
Right,
safety
right.
of the residents who use it for chronic severe pain that can, lead to suicide. And the
Right.
safety of the residents with PTSD. So, every substance out there, there's a risk benefit to everything. Anything, has the potential to cause harm. But we can't, we don't just ban things because
Right.
it has the potential for harm, especially if somebody misuses it. And so that's the frustration when they pull out this
Yep.
safety thing.
Is there any more left of that? I mean, it looks like there's
No.
a few minutes.
No.
That's pretty much it.
It's just, and I know we say this all the time, but it's like everybody is just 1 second. Like your life can change in 1 second. Every person is 1 second away
Yep.
from becoming a chronic pain patient.
Yep.
Just 1 second. And so I just, it bothers me when people just don't even it's not affecting anything
Right.
in
It's
their
not hurting
city,
anybody.
nobody else, and they have to just come barge in and take it away, take the only lifeline people have away.
Yep.
They have
Just
no
like this-
empathy at all.
No.
They were. I'm telling you, they were told to do this.
Well,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that they've been so brainwashed,
Yeah.
because serving on that council, my understanding is they don't make a ton of money. I haven't looked up exactly what they make in Rolling Meadows, but I mean, they do it because they want to do the right things.
Right.
But when
Yeah.
you have the police chief and you have, people that that are feeding you information, one side of
Like they had the
the
police dude
scientific,
there. You know, if they-
information, according
if-
to,
He didn't speak up on it. He
you
didn't
have to
speak
look
on
at
it.
both
He didn't.
sides.
He didn't speak up. And Sherry's asking. They said they had a meeting on this in September.
Yeah, I
Did the
looked it
Kratom-
up.
Did the Kratom haters show up?
There wasn't nobody in the September. Like this cop guy or whatever, like literally was sitting in a chair and brought the motion up to put it on the docket for the October the 8th or whatever meeting it was. And then they passed the motion. That was it.
So the police guy brought it up?
Yeah, some dude in like the swivelly chair sitting. I
Okay.
Swivelly chair guy.
Like
I
I
think-
said, it must be like Wisconsin where maybe it's the sheriff's jury or the sheriff's association or something like that. But that police guy didn't say nothing about it.
That's
being
what I'm saying.
problematic in the
Nothing.
like
he
you would
didn't. He
think-
didn't need to. He didn't need to. He's already,
Yeah.
fed him all
behind the scenes more than likely
all the
as well.
information, and we know that the state sheriff's association is, I mean, a lot of it is coming from them, and they want to push their medication assisted therapy.
Of course.
I mean, that's their
Yeah.
whole deal because it's easy for them. I mean, that's just is the standard.
Right.
And so Kratom is not the standard.
It's like I just wish people, like especially that are holding these council positions, like I wish they would just think for themselves instead of believing whatever comes across their desk, whatever so and so's uncle's cousin told them because they know. It's ridiculous that no one.
Should we play that? Should we
Which
play
one?
that one?
Which one?
The Mike. He dropped it in the comments, but Mike, send that to me in my messenger so I can send it to Madeline.
Yeah.
I want to hear what they're talking about in that September one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't gone back to listen to it either. So that would be interesting.
Yeah. I can't pull the link off of that.
Yeah. No,
But
send it
Misty,
to
you
me in
can.
my messenger, in my Facebook messenger, because we can't pull it off of the
Well,
comment
yeah.
section.
Yeah. But are you saying it's at the 2 hour and 3 minute mark? Is that
Yeah.
where I'll go? Okay. Yeah, Misty, if you can get the link and then send it to me, then I'll pull it up and we'll play it.
And the
Wow.
fact that none of them think about somebody, because everybody knows somebody that's in pain, everybody knows somebody that's in recovery, and the fact that they're not even thinking about those people in their lives that they love and that they
Right.
could help if they had the truth is really, it's scary. It's disgusting.
Well, I tell you what, if I ever lose access to Kratom with BS like this, I'm not going to go on Suboxone for my chronic pain.
No.
I can
No,
tell you
hell
that.
no.
I can tell you that right
No.
now. That ain't going to happen. But
Hell
that's what
no.
they want for us in the chronic pain
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
They would rather
And
us be
honestly,
taking a
these
damn
people don't
Suboxone.
care. Like these council
Yeah.
members literally don't. They're sleeping fine at night, and they don't care how we deal. They don't
Yeah.
care about my kids and and these. They don't care about people. And why
Mm-mm.
are you even up there if you literally don't care?
Right.
Sherry, that
And I
kills
can
my soul
guarantee,
too.
I can guarantee you that the people that they put on Suboxone for pain, that they won't keep that pain patient label on them. Eventually, they will put it
Yep.
over to addiction.
Yep.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Mhm.
Just like this, we talked about this yesterday on a TikTok live. Cymbalta is being recalled because it's got
Yeah.
cancer in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
Just because something's prescribed by a doctor does not mean it's safe.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I
I
gotta go
got.
pee.
Yeah, I do too. should we do the bathroom break song, or do y'all want to chat while
Okay.
because I got to go?
I'm good either way.
I
Y'all
gotta
want to
go
see
too.
something? Well,
Y'all,
let me
y'all can talk. Y'all
yeah,
talk.
look, check out what I got for someone in my family off Amazon. It's a fanny pack of a dude's stomach. Is that not cute?
Oh,
That is
wow.
really cute.
I don't know who I'm
A
gonna
belly
give it to.
button.
Yeah, Amazon's been delivering my
If you
stuff.
wear that backwards, it'd be really confusing.
I may have to wear it trick or treating or something.
Are you
Uh,
guys still getting a weird delay with me?
oh, it's not as bad as it was before.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure.
Well,
So,
I'm glad that you were. How far away was that? How far did you have to drive and everything?
it's only about 30 minutes,
Okay, that's not too bad. But I mean, it's hard,
but
you
I
know.
mean, luckily I'm able to drive at night now. And
Yeah.
but yeah. Yeah, it was really, I mean, it is a hardship because nighttime is really rough for me anyway. I mean, I am just spent by, the evening time
Yeah.
and ready to relax and not do anything. And especially to drive there and back, was tough. And then, of course, I was so frustrated. We had a nice chat, in the car all the way, on Bluetooth with the Illinois group. So I was glad that they were able to pick up and they kind of pulled me off the ceiling,
Yeah.
so that was nice. And hey, I have an important question. So why is she named Samantha
I just thought it fit
behind
her.
you?
I thought it fit.
Okay. I just wondered if you had some kind of experience with a Samantha that.
No, I told Misty I thought about bringing my animatronic witch lady up here and putting like a sign on it that said the crusty panties crew. But I thought I was taking it a little bit too far, you know.
Oh, yeah, you just broke up a little bit on my end, but
Are your grandkids
yeah,
excited about Halloween? Trick or treating?
of course, yeah, Thursday. So, and of course, I go with them every year. Thanks to Kratom.
That's right.
Another thing that I can do, and they're in Illinois, so I'm able to do that. What
Oh,
about what about for you? Does your son still trick or treat?
oh yeah, yeah. He wants to be a hot dog. So we're gonna go in a hot dog costume later today. I
Excellent.
love Halloween. It's just such a fun time.
Yeah,
I will
it's
be
fun.
doing Halloween till the day I die. I don't even care if I have to find strangers' kids. I'll go take them trick or treat.
We should all go as a Kratom leaf.
I told my husband because I was
Yeah.
like trying to think of something to go as if I couldn't think of anything, and I was like, I might just go as a Kratom advocate and have like one of them signs, like the picket signs that says, and he's like, I don't know. I mean, that's kind of everyday thing, and I'm like, I might just do it.
I
I
still
like
think you should
it.
be the McOnion.
Yeah.
Did you see that video I posted of Heidi?
Wait, the McOnion? I don't
Yes.
think I saw that one. I've seen.
Maybe we could get Madeline to play it.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I bet you anything they selling quarter pounders off the chain out there in Illinois in Rolling Meadows. They ain't
Yeah.
concerned about that safety hazard.
Madeline, can you go play my McOnion video?
You have a McOnion video?
Yeah, it's
On
what we
TikTok?
talked about on our TikTok live last night.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
on
about the
YouTube. Vina, they do prescribe Suboxone for pain. That's
Yeah.
what they're doing now.
Yep.
So instead of opioid or instead of actual painkillers, they're prescribing Suboxone.
And a lot of people are having the SUD, the substance use disorder, put on their chart
Yep.
because of that,
Yeah.
even though they're not, and they're chronic pain patients.
Yep. I was on Suboxone for a little while for my pain, and I was actually sent to rehab too, even though I was in pain. They had me believing that it was all in my head and I was crazy and that my pain wasn't real. So I
Yeah,
am
oh
so
yeah.
glad to have Kratom. As soon as I found Kratom, I was able to go to the doctors and prove that, yes, it was real, have the surgery and everything. Take the tea after the surgery, still in the hospital. It's amazing.
There's nothing worse than somebody telling you, like, when I first got transverse myelitis, I'm like literally paralyzed from my neck down. I cannot move anything. And they're like, well, it's there's really nothing wrong with you. It's probably on your head. They had a psychiatrist come in and talk to me, and the psychiatrist was like, there is nothing wrong with you mentally. Like, if I were you, I'd be pissed off too. Like,
Right.
it's just, everybody has a
I
voice,
think
and it needs to
so
be.
many of us have had that experience.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's why I wasn't diagnosed with my Chiari until I was 55. I mean, that is something that I was born with, and I had pain my entire life. And as soon as I heard the first one say, "Oh, well, you're just, it's probably emotional, maybe you should have some counseling," I was like, "Yeah, okay, I'm out of here." And I ignored it for 30 years.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, when you go somewhere and try to get help,
And,
it's so
Is that it,
frustrating.
Misty?
said, "Forget it.
No.
I'm just not going to
Not
deal
that
with it."
one?
I put it in the X chat.
Because I thought,
Okay.
I mean, I know I'm crazy, but
Yeah.
that's not why I have pain.
Exactly.
Those are
Right.
two separate issues, okay?
I love seeing the crazy come out of you though when you testified that second time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do your homework.
For real though, I'm telling you, man.
And the fact
But I
that they
love
didn't
it.
say, okay, let's listen to
Ay,
Dr.
ay, ay.
Heidi. Let's do our homework. Let's have Mac come in. Let's have some more people come in. Let's have the haters come in if they want to come in,
Right.
all at once. And they didn't do any of that. It's just disturbing.
All right. So this is
I
the
love
one,
that,
Misty.
Vina. I love that you want to introduce Kratom to the tribal land. I freaking
Yeah.
love that.
Love it. Love it.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? Vina, that's really awesome. That's one of the things here in Wisconsin. When I went to the Capitol last year, it was kind of like the last ditch effort. I was the only one there. And it was the last vote on the floor, and the tribal nations were there. And I mean, I just wish so much that we could do, a clinical trial with them because,
Yeah.
of course, alcohol rates are
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
high. Suicide is so high in the tribes. I mean, I just think they could really benefit. But of course, in Wisconsin,
Ugh.
it's
Yeah.
totally banned. So that would be a very good clinical trial to do.
Oh yeah.
When that
Maybe
ban
she
gets
can
overturned, we're making that a Kratom holiday for the Kratom
Oh
community.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We gotta go
Yeah.
eat some Wisconsin cheese.
I know that's right.
Right.
We have plenty of it. I wonder where Vina is. Maybe you could pop in the chat or just maybe message me and let me know.
Because John Shinholzer would be
Know
the
where you are.
perfect.
I'd
Like I
love to
said, she needs
connect.
to link up with him. He did his own trials when he was at McShin
Yeah.
Foundation.
Yeah.
And linking up with John, and then you guys trying to come up with a plan to get into the tribals,
Yeah.
and doing a clinical trial on that, man,
That'd be great.
save our peoples.
For
And
sure.
I will help with that as much as I can as well.
Nice.
All right, let me play this video real quick.
Slivered onions are giving me a bad rap. That'd be kind of funny.
Have like an E. coli, but like a danger sign on me.
E. coli hanging off one of the slivers.
Oh my god!
I haven't seen this.
Or have like a trail of diarrhea. Like some string just trailing behind my leg. I get one or whatever. Oh shit.
We're a fun bunch. For anybody that's new to this, sometimes it's a part comedy show.
You guys are so silly.
Oh my god! I didn't know you made that from yesterday's TikTok live. Oh my
The
god!
voices make it even funnier though.
I know.
Making me cry laugh. That's too funny.
Oh, I could just see me with some brown yarn trailing behind me, man. Oh god!
Have some knotted up bunches.
Heidi, she's in Oklahoma.
Okay.
Oh.
There's a current study in Tulsa for
Thank you, Vina.
Indian pain. Man.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm crying.
I am too.
Yeah, I'll look at it.
Oh, Misty, I did
Oh my
not know you
God.
made that. I did not know you did that.
Okay,
New
now
Halloween costume idea.
now you made me have to go to the bathroom. So gotta go. Do you want me to stay on or?
We're gonna watch that little bit of that other council meeting that Mike was
Yeah,
referring
so you
to,
might as
and
well
then
stay
we're gonna wrap up. Why don't you go?
Wait,
You know what? Go
go.
to the restroom. I have another short to play. I'll do that while you. So
Okay.
you go do that.
Okay, thanks.
Sure.
Make sure
no
you
problem.
mute it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
I always get nervous when we're doing TikTok lives. I'm like, did I mute it? Because I have my earbuds in with me.
Right.
Yeah, make sure you mute.
Or like
All
on
right.
the spaces, I'm really like, I'm like, what if my phone isn't actually muted and they hear me
Right.
peeing?
It'd be like, do y'all remember that one audio of like a city councilman that went to go pee? It was like a long time ago.
I remember that. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. That's wild. All right, I'm gonna play one of Misty's new TikToks, and then when Heidi comes back. But this one is so funny.
It's swamping time, folks. What's up, y'all? I just got off a 3-day break. Time for my daily dose of potion. Ooh, look at that rainy mud puddle. Man, I'm about to swallow that. Yes, I am. You know what? Someone commented on one of my videos and said that we obviously don't use the FDA as a reference when they talk about the safety of Kratom. And I'm like, you trust the FDA? You know, the FDA refused to testify under oath, saying that Kratom is dangerous. And then earlier this year, they did their first ascending dose study. I got to get my hair out of my damn face. Yeah, they did their first ascending dose study, and the only adverse event that happened was nausea. But them motherfuckers had to swallow 12 grams under 5 minutes, and it was capsules. And we don't know if the capsules caused the nausea or the plant material. You know, 8 of them motherfuckers got the placebo effect. So I don't know. Anybody out here that trusts the FDA, man, I don't know about y'all. Look, my eyes was watering and shit. Oh,
And then bam, show my receipt.
Oh, dude, I
Misty.
tell you
So
what.
good.
Oh, you crack us up.
Because you gave me that microphone last year in December, so I was like, you know, let me put some work into this.
Yeah, I love it.
I'll have to go back and watch that one. That looked pretty wild.
It's a funny video. I just had to.
I
just had
can't
to
tell you
play
how
it.
many times I just get so tickled at some of the stuff Misty posts. Like
Yeah.
I think it was the quarter pounder day. Man, I was just laughing all day at
Man.
It's
Yeah,
always it's always a fun time here.
now
Oh,
the
yeah.
FDA gotta clean up all the shit.
All right, so I'm going to play the video that Mike sent at the 2-hour and 3-minute mark. It's towards the end. So this would have been the council meetings from August 27th. So let's watch this.
It's now legal in Illinois. So I know obviously our officers have new procedures because it's not illegal to have marijuana, like the amounts, and that's obviously the police's expertise. I guess my question is there a step 2 we have to consider? We're banning the sale, but what would happen, and I like the phased approach. I think it was like Zurich did a phased approach so our businesses have time to get rid of their inventory. They just can't restock. That would be my recommendation, is how we do it. But how does that work if we ban the sale? Does it just work like an opioid? A passenger vehicle has opioids in it, and it's
And while Chief Nowacki, as you're thinking about how to respond to that, I think Alderman O'Brien is asking, is the city of Rolling Meadows prepared to enforce a ban on possession?
I'm wondering if that, yeah, thank you, man. Like that's part 2, because I'm all for putting rules and regulations in place as long as the enforcement we can think through too.
Why didn't you have the same mindset for Kratom?
Assistant Manager Cole, for this question, speaking point, made me think of the enforcement side.
No, I think the first step obviously would be banning sales. Similar, we do enforce the tobacco, vape sales. We do undercover stings 4 times a year. We visit all those establishments with underage individuals, and if they do sell, we do enforcement. The second phase obviously would be the possession. A lot more complicated, being able to have to identify those substances if they're in plain sight, obvious violations. Might even have to explore, do we have to test them? Do they come in normal packages? It'd be similar to, narcotics or drugs now. We actually have to test those products, send them to the state lab before they go to court. So those would be some things I'd have to explore to see. But I would think the first stage would be obviously the sale.
Thank you. That helps.
Not one time they mentioned Kratom.
Yes, Alderman Feliciano.
Thank you. And so, and to follow up with that, I would be in full support of having that second step as soon as we can, to do the prohibited possession.
Like, it's such a problem.
Again, I think
Right.
even if we are only
As
the
soon as
second
we
community
can.
to do it, or third community, or whatever it is, third community to do it. As soon as one community does it, the next community, and the next community.
Yep.
So
The domino effect.
That's exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
We need to get these out of the stores, out of the hands, and if they're not allowed in their communities at all, we're going to eliminate the problem.
Like, it's just
But
running.
what's
rampant.
the problem? Yeah, right, what's the problem? Who's complaining?
Right. Where'd it come from?
They're
Yeah.
yes,
the problem.
they sure are. They sure are.
But again, none of that had to do with Kratom at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
None of that. Or
Right.
TNFting for that matter.
No, they weren't talking about either one of those. I don't know if they do at some point. Is Mike still here? I haven't seen him in the.
They didn't at the next one. They just did this whole thing right here and talked about the THC at the next one. I
wonder if he didn't. I wonder if he thinks that doesn't realize that they didn't talk about it publicly, and he's thinking about when he talked about it and thinks it was public.
He tells
Yeah.
himself.
Well, and
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
Narcissists do that.
yeah,
shit.
this is why it's so important for people to show up at these town hearings, because this is why they feel empowered to go right down the street and continue to do it. It really takes it takes more people
Right.
to make them stand up and notice.
But like the guy from the smoke shop, Michael, he had no idea.
Right.
No idea until Steven walked into his smoke shop to let him know.
Yep.
So where the hell are they posting
That's
these
right.
notices?
Right. And could you imagine being that business owner, having no idea this is going on, and all of a sudden you get notified you've got 90 days and
Yeah.
you're out of business.
And they're like, well, we had 3 readings about it. And another thing
Right.
is, like, this isn't even like the last one. I mean, that was yesterday. It wasn't even posted on their YouTube. Like, if Misty wouldn't have screen recorded it, we wouldn't even be able to watch it.
Right.
You know
They
what
still
I'm
not
saying?
posted? I'm gonna go look.
I don't know. I was just
I
saying,
don't think so. I don't think it has been.
but it's
I,
just like, I mean,
I looked earlier and I didn't see it.
Well,
They are doing
post
it in a vacuum. They're doing it in their vacuum.
Right.
Right. And so the agendas are posted typically no sooner than 2 days before the meeting. And so you don't know what's going to be on that agenda until 2, maybe 3 days. So the cities that I've been tracking in Illinois, I have to check. I've tried to do it like on Friday morning, but that's too early for the next week. A lot of them
Yeah.
don't post until the very end of the day on Friday. So, I check, if I can Friday night or Saturday. So if there's a meeting on Monday and we don't find out until Saturday of the prior, okay, so look at how quickly the AKA has to
Right.
respond.
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
can't even search. We can't
Crazy.
search on Facebook.
We can't
no
search.
longer.
And
Right.
if
That's
it,
how I
so,
used
if
to
it weren't
find
for
all the
people like
Search,
you,
right? Yeah, it's,
God, it's just like
What-
almost like this is part of the whole design in government, so that they
It's-
have
Yeah.
that control.
It's
And-
strategic.
And then
This
they'll
is-
say, and then on the back end, well, you, the people, are responsible for seeing when we post this stuff. But how do you know when you don't
Right.
see it posted?
well,
Right.
this is not representative government.
No.
I mean,
it's
and
absolutely
then they'll
not.
say, well, we did have a public comment period. Yeah, you gave people 2 minutes and 30 seconds to comment. Well, that's not
Right.
representative government. We really didn't have a full say in what's going on here. I mean,
No.
they're serving themselves. They're not serving the,
Oh,
the
absolutely.
community.
Yeah.
It's
exactly.
obvious just by watching that's
Mhm.
it was very self-serving for them, and I feel so bad for those owners, the store owners.
Me
Yeah,
too.
it's terrible.
God. And to
Well,
bring
and the
their
other
families there, and it had no effect on them.
At least
the
their
other
families
thing,
saw them
I'm
fight
sorry.
for, speak up and
Yes.
talk.
Yeah. And the other thing is that I've noticed
Yeah.
is they are so entitled, and they get in there, and a lot of times they're entitled because there is nobody running
Right.
Yeah.
against
Right.
them at
Against
all.
them.
Well, you know
At
what,
all.
what used to happen is that you had a lot of, local journalism that would keep
Yeah.
local government in check. And, that's changed over the years. And so many places have closed down. And so there's no oversight in local government in most places
Yeah.
now. And they just do whatever. And there's no investigative reporters
That's
letting
right.
people know what's going
Yeah.
on.
Like,
It's terrible.
back in the day, isn't that where they posted their notices? Was in the newspaper print?
Yes.
Yeah.
They were always required to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and they might do that. They might still do that. I'm not sure, but the local newspaper, it's much more expensive than it used to be. Like the online version, I think for the Daily Herald is like $150 a year. So, people are not, reading that local newspaper as much as they used to.
Right.
Yeah. Now, where is this suburb? And kind of paint us the picture. You guys should go. So these are Chicago area suburbs. You got Chicago. It makes me think of like Houston, where I'm at. We're so similar. Big, large city, and all around we have all these suburbs. And are these all like just clustered right together? Are they all kind of surrounding all around Chicago? Or Chicago is right up on the lake too. So I guess they're all like
The ones
semicircle,
that
right?
the bans are happening all surrounding. Right. It's like a
Wow.
semicircle around
Wow.
around Chicago, on the lake.
Do you think they're trying to do this in an effort to then try to get a big city Chicago, third largest city in the country? I guess, do they feel like if they get enough of these, and these are big suburbs, they're not tiny, that will start putting pressure on a big city? What neighbors it? That would be scary.
I don't know. I don't want to speculate. However, with the cannabis becoming legal and the dispensaries paying so much money to have that license, it just so happens that the bands that we've seen have a brand new, beautiful dispensary in the community or near the community.
That's what Stephen was
So
saying.
Wow.
I suspect that part of it is that. I think that the medication assisted therapy push and the recovery centers have a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Of course, when it comes down to it, follow the money, right?
Yeah.
And so, Kratom isn't the big bucks that, the cannabis is. And the cannabis lobby, of course, is just so much more powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
and
fighting a difficult battle.
Out here in Colorado, like the taxes that we pay at the dispos, it goes back into the communities. It goes into the parks. It goes into the schools, all that stuff. So I could see how big cannabis, is viewing like the Delta 8s and the Delta 9s and the hemp products, the CBDs.
Yeah.
It's competition because then that money doesn't go back into the community. So, it's definitely money.
That's correct. And they can't sell any of those products or Kratom.
They're just
fuck. Yeah. Yeah, it's a problem.
And I know that there was 3 KCPAs introduced in the Illinois, and why they're stagnant.
But we've got to. Well, hopefully 2025, all this pressure will get to the legislators and they'll be able to pass the KCPA, which, the local towns can still be more strict than the state. But I think that they would feel more comfortable if there's regulation that makes it very clear. And especially, limiting the 7-hydroxy. I think that would probably help stop some of these bans.
I just know that people need to get involved. I know that, like, right now, Louisiana, I don't give a shit what parish you live in. Whenever a parish meeting pops up, jive your ass there. If you don't have the money to get there, we will help you get the, we will
Yeah.
crowdfund to get
Yeah.
you the money to go. It's like, because I know somebody in them parishes, just like somebody
that's
in Rolling
been,
Meadows had no idea that this hearing was even happening.
No one knew. I mean, I was not tracking Rolling Meadows. It just, I can't track every single community. There's like
Right.
hundreds of them. So I kind of just went, started a list of all the ones that I go to regularly, and Rolling Meadows is actually one of them, but it's so close to Arlington Heights that I just didn't think about it. So luckily, I think the AKA, maybe it was somebody from the group knew that it was happening. But as you saw, there was nobody else there.
But Mike, I mean,
from the,
I can still see Orland Park. Orland Park was also a shit show to watch. And I
Right.
can see
Yeah.
them throwing possession onto the table.
Yeah,
Right.
that would be scary.
Like, hey,
Carol-
boys.
Carol Stream already did possession.
Man, that's the
Wow.
one that happened that we
Now,
had no idea of.
legally, that is, uh-oh.
What happened, Heidi? Uh-oh, did we lose her? She said, uh-oh, and then she froze.
I
Yeah.
know. She turned into Samantha.
I wanted to hear what she was going to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, having them make it possession in Carol Stream, that's scary.
It's like, man.
It's really scary, like if you're making travel plans. And I've been to Chicago before. It's been a while, but I've been to Chicago before. And like many times you go into the suburbs,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, wow, for them to actually have, I guess it dropped, possession. Could you imagine like not even knowing and you're driving through and something happens and like all of a sudden you end up in jail and you're like, what the hell? What's going on?
Yeah. You got Shada Browns and Marshall Prices all
There
over
you go.
again.
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, that's like really scary. Really scary. Mike says he's in Indiana right now. Wow.
A Halloween party. Wait, did you dress up?
Oh.
Did you become a McOnion?
I love that. The McOnions. Oh, that video you made, Misty, was funny. The voice changer. That was great. Well, I think we're wrapping up anyway. We've already been here for like 2.5 hours. Holy cow.
Yeah, you got to
It just
come up
flies
with a good,
by.
Nice.
a pimp, Neil? Oh, I don't even know what that is, but I'm guessing it's a pimp, like a pimp daddy. Like you got some hoes.
He said he'll show you later. I'm curious
I
what
used-
that is.
When I was growing
No.
up, I used to dress up as a hooker for Halloween. That'd be the time that my mom would let me wear high heels and shit, fishnet pantyhose.
Right.
Yeah, he said pimp.
Okay. My brother would wear those long ass beige trench coat and shit. He'd be my pimp.
Great.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh.
Good times.
Yeah.
That is too funny. Is there anything coming up on the horizon, Misty? Any things
I
coming?
just
in
know
the next-
of Ouachita Parish, and
That's
then
November 4th, right?
November 4th, and it's the same day. Let me go figure out that name.
That's
of that parish,
Monday.
too.
No, not Monday. No, a week from Monday.
Yeah, so nobody has no excuse about not getting enough time to
Yeah, because
prepare to
that's a
go to
week
these
from Monday,
meetings.
so there's like time for that. What part of Louisiana is that? Is that like in the northern part or southern, like closer to New Orleans? Does anybody know?
I didn't even look at the
I
map.
have no idea. I'm not good at
I'm not sure.
geography about any
Me
means like
neither.
that.
Oh, Venus says they take your ID when you buy, and if it becomes illegal, they have your info and will pull you over. What? Are you kidding?
Wow.
That is
Where are they doing that? That's scary.
Okay, so
Man. Heidi's back.
Hey,
Heidi.
guys.
Also, Mike's saying Clinton, Mississippi ban. I saw their Facebook meeting. No advocates showed up. Bunch of caca.
Oh, yeah.
Synthetic cocaine. What?
Wow.
Yeah, I posted a video
Oh,
about that. I
geez.
have no idea what synthetic cocaine is, and then people in the comments were saying it's that caffeine bump stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
what synthetic
know.
cocaine is.
Wow.
But yeah, so November 4th, there'll be a meeting in Ouachita Parish, Louisiana, and then on the same day at Ponchatoula Parish. So I know Jen Shenholzer told me that he's going to be at the Ouachita Parish one. So
I wonder,
Arkansas,
will
fuck off.
Laura be going back to
Yeah.
that?
Venus said Arkansas for that.
Laura's got a medical appointment, so she can't go back to that one. But I know John Shenholzer said he was going.
Oh, good. Venus talking about Arkansas. Is that right with the whole ID thing? When you buy, and then if it becomes illegal, they have your info and will pull you over.
Oh boy.
Have y'all heard about that before? I haven't.
It's banned in the entire state of Arkansas, so you can't
Yeah.
buy it there.
Yeah.
If you haven't looked already, Vina, Google the hashtag Justice for Marshall Price.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, no worries. I mean, we're starting to wrap up anyway. Oh, wait, hold on. There's more from her. She said they pull you over for no reason and say you look under the influence and search your car. So.
Say no.
Yeah. Dude, I know. I had to take my mom to the doctor, and it was like a last minute thing. And I had some Kratom in my purse when I was on my way to my mom's. I was so nervous, but like in my head, I had it like all planned out. If I got pulled over, I was going to call Mike or John and be like, tell me what to do. I'm not getting out of the car
Right.
until y'all tell me what to do.
John always says, say no on the consent. Don't consent to search.
Yeah.
Say no.
Yeah, it's interesting stuff that Vina is sharing. And Freely's like, WTF. Mike says as long as you act casual, you're fine. I think it depends on who the police officers are too. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You get the ones with the big ego. I know
The
they don't
boyfriend
like
of that
like
mayor.
when you know more than
Mhm.
than the average citizen. They you know, feel like they
Freedom.
can
That
do whatever they want.
it's a Schedule I drug in Arkansas and in Alabama. You know, Shayna Brown's case, you know, her bond was $1 million freaking
$1
dollars.
million.
Yep.
And then once her bond was finally lowered to $75,000, you know, we were able to bail her out of jail last December. She's still facing 10 to life.
Yep.
Marshall Price got 10 years for 200
And-
grams of Kratom in Arkansas. And then 3 weeks later, he was murdered.
Look at this. Anytime I say no, they had higher ups show up in minutes and forcefully search my car. That's wrong. That's
Yeah,
just wrong.
I think they can do that if they have
I guess if they have the what you
sufficient-
call it, yeah, sufficient
suspicion
of
or
the
whatever. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know what the
I can't think of the word.
These
Well, I'm
days,
gonna
I'd say
drop
make sure you
because I keep
videotape.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop off of the live. I mean, I'm gonna watch you guys, but I'm
Well,
gonna
we're
get
wrapping
out
up
of this
anyway.
too.
I think we're done with that other video anyway.
Okay, all right. So,
But thank you so much for being here,
Okay,
Heidi. It's
sorry,
been
I
so
lost
great
battery
hearing your
power.
thoughts. It's all good.
Okay.
We appreciate
you.
you.
Bye,
Yeah,
Heidi.
appreciate all you.
Bye,
Okay,
Heidi.
Bye,
see y'all
Heidi.
later. Bye. Have a
I
good
was on mute. Bye, Heidi.
Yeah, good. Craig says there's no way to tell if anyone is under the influence of Kratom except the smiles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, you're not depressed. We got to arrest you.
Oh, Mike, that was it. Probable cause. I
yeah.
couldn't think of that. Yeah. So I went to Rhode Island this summer with my family, and I may or may not have had it, but it's crazy having it. You're right. Yeah, Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Banned. Yeah.
Rhode Island was so close to passing it this year, but the governor vetoed it. And
Yeah.
the reason why the governor vetoed it was because his physician friends called him.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
So, once
We
again,
were so
follow the
close
money.
to getting that overturned. Well, that would have been amazing. And Mike wants to move back to him and his family to Rhode
Yeah.
Island.
Mike Overstreet.
But
Yep.
not while that's happening.
Yep.
Until it's a done deal.
Right.
So,
Oh, did you just see what Craig tagged us in?
no, did he make a meme?
Yeah.
What did he make?
You
the
should make a
mayor.
thumbnail. Your thumbnail should be that chick with a big ass gavel and then having Heidi over there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have that cartoon gavel.
Because she just like her face is just wow.
Craig says, I'll be more cooperative with law enforcement than anything since Kratom makes me empathetic.
Right.
That's a good one.
Oh, but per our haters, Kratom steals our soul. Kratom takes
geez.
away our sympathy and empathy.
It certainly does not.
Not at all.
Does not. Should we wrap up with a one of the now many Kratom songs we've had? We've got the bathroom break song, which we love so much. We've got that new song, which was cool. I just want to make sure y'all liked it. I mean, I just didn't know if y'all would want me to play that whole thing at the beginning because, technically is some Kratom company, but they don't really promote it till the very end, and I stopped it right before their little logo popped up. But that was a catchy song, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I could close out with it and play it again because I'm sure.
Oh, Kathy sent me that one video, but I'm gonna look at it and make sure it's cool with Wade. I remember when we were all like fundraising for Shayna.
Mhm.
Like he made that on his website to try and get money to donate, if people bought it towards her
Oh yeah.
thing or whatever. So I'm just gonna make sure it's cool and everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the 1, 2, 3s. We gotta do the 1, 2, 3s.
Yeah, we always need that reminder. We always forget about that until somebody in the community always reminds us. Yeah, we'll do what. Let's do this. We'll close out with our 1, 2, 3 Kratom Gals out, and then I'll go right into that new song and play that as our close. That'll be fun. That's a cool song.
It is a cool song. It's really jamming.
Yeah, it very jamming. I just love
Peanut
our
butter
bathroom
jelly
break song
time.
too. The bathroom break song. And I like the bathroom break song when we actually do the bathroom break because that gives us 3 minutes and 46
Yeah.
seconds. Whereas
Yeah.
this new one's 3 minutes and 20 seconds. I was almost like maybe that should start being the bathroom break song. But I was so impressed that when we've had bathroom breaks today that like everybody didn't say, yeah, let's just stop and go do that and play a song. Because usually some of you are like, no, yeah, I don't want to sit here and talk. So I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Venus and Jennifer. Because normally y'all be like, no, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Look how comfortable y'all have gotten on live stream.
I know, right?
I
love
can't
it.
believe, yeah. Now, I
It's
still
'cause of
get
Kratom.
nervous in the beginning,
Right.
and I
That's
still
normal.
sometimes feel like I'm
Yeah.
going to throw up, but it doesn't last long at all. And once
That's
I'm
normal.
happy,
Yeah.
I'm excited to jump on, and then I get nervous, and then I feel great again. So, thank you.
Well, we're so glad you're part of the Kratom Gals. And we appreciate all of our live viewers and those watching the replay. #replay if you're
Hashtag
watching.
replay. It's
Yeah.
always cool. Every Saturday is really everything we do is cool. And I really do
Yeah.
feel like we're
We do a
making
lot.
a difference. We are making a difference.
We are.
are.
And for those that don't realize, we do other things. So here you could be around us Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays. We do so much
Yeah.
now. Thursdays is over on X, used to be called Twitter, now it's called X. We do a live audio chat. It's like this, but it's just audio. We're not watching videos. We're just talking. It's like a Kratom support group. It is so much fun. And you just go into your X account, go to @Kratom Story. That's mine. Kratom Stories Podcast is @Kratom Story. And we broadcast live for an hour every Thursday, starting at 3 o'clock Eastern. That's 2 o'clock Central, 1 o'clock Mountain, 12 o'clock Pacific. Come join us for an hour. It's fun. Just hang out and chat with us. And then on Fridays, we've been doing a TikTok live off of Misty's TikTok. and we just hang out for an hour and just chat about Kratom. Do a lot of Q&A, which is fun. We get people new and they're learning through us. So come and hang out with us there. And then we got this every Saturday. Always a fun
And
time.
there's so much other stuff behind the scenes, but that's
Oh,
just-
yeah.
Those are like the scheduled things. Like
Yeah.
you can always for sure catch us Thursday, Friday, Saturday with those things.
That's like the public things or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And there's also the Kratom Real Talk community it's like a Facebook group I started, but instead of it being on Facebook and not dealing with the algorithms and being censored like we get on TikTok, go to kratomrealtalk.com. It's free. And it's a great support group to hang out and chat with other people in the community. It's like a forum. So it's really helpful, especially for people that are new to Kratom. We get a lot of people that come in that are new. They're always asking questions, need help. And so for those of you that are not new like us, we can help them through there because they'll ask questions and and it's great that they can hear thoughts from a variety of people. It's super helpful. So feel free to join if you're not already. So yeah, it's like a Discord. Discord has that audio feature. Spaces chat.
It's way more user friendly than Discord. Though.
Yeah, Discord's not very user
I
friendly.
can't. Discord is overstimulation to the max.
I can't do Discord.
It's just
I tried, and I'm techie, and I tried, and I just can't get it. It's too much. So that's if anybody wants to know, like, do we have Discord? No, we're not doing a Discord. But between X Spaces for a live audio chat, this for live stream, and then our Friday TikTok live video, we got a lot going on. So Jennifer Freely says Kitty's initials could also stand for Kratom Kitty.
Yeah, I call her that every now and then.
I love it. That's so cool. All right, y'all ready to close out? We've been here for 2 hours and 41 minutes. Holy cow.
Wow.
It never seems
Typical.
like it. Yeah, it is
No.
typical. It never seems like it, but that is pretty typical. We don't even do the 2 hour. We're usually going towards 3
Straight
hours.
through.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but we always
Well,
have so
thanks
much.
everybody
to
for coming, and everybody have a nice, safe Halloween.
Yes.
Enjoy.
Yeah. Have a great Halloween next week, and we'll be back next Saturday to do it again.
You ready to 1, 2, 3 it?
Yeah, are you ready, Venus?
I'm ready.
She's not even
Okay.
delayed today. This
I
has been
know.
so great.
Ooh.
We're really digging this. All right. Yeah. Count us
Okay.
down, Misty.
1, 2, 3.
Kratom
Kratom
Gals
Gals
out. Oh, that wasn't even close, but it's okay. All good. All right. We'll see y'all next
Golden
week.
Girls.
Woke up today feeling light. Grab my blend, ready for flight. Green mango, it's my start. Red barley to calm my heart. From dawn to dusk, I'm feeling free. With every leaf from the kratom tree, I take my dose, I feel alive. Yeah, I'm living the kratom life. Oh, I'm living the kratom life. So wild, every day I'm feeling revived. Castles packed with nature's glow. Herbal realm, you already know. White flame when I need the drive. It's the power that makes me thrive. Mix it up, I found my way. Living the kratom life every day. From dawn to dusk, I'm feeling free. With every leaf from the kratom tree, I take my dose, I feel alive. Yeah, I'm living the kratom life. Oh, I'm living the kratom life. So wild, every day I'm feeling revived. Castles packed with nature's glow. Herbal realm, you already know. You already know. Ooh, 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 strain. I know that Kratom eases the pain. So I take my blend and I rise. With herbal realm, I touch the skies. Oh, I'm living the Kratom life so wild. Every day I'm feeling revived. Castles packed with nature's glow. Herbal realm, you already know. Yeah, I'm living the Kratom life. Ooh, 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 ooh. When the day is long, I feel the strain.